off quick there, Robert.
Yes.
Cutting us off quick there. Happy Gravy Day, everybody. It's Past Gravy, episode 490. We're almost at 500. I thought about that today when I looked at 490. I don't know why 488, 489, 487. I don't know why I didn't put it together then, but like, fuck, dude. We're like a little over 2 months away from our 500th episode. We got to figure out what to do there. We might have a couple live episodes coming up. December 17th, the Spooktacular, and then it's not January, is it? Like it'd be January, February of next year. We're gonna have a little live one. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Is this gonna put it close to Valentine's Day, right around our 500th episode?
Oh, maybe.
I think so.
Maybe 500 episodes. Love, Robert. Maybe we can build up to Robert finally saying it.
Oh, Robert, you think?
I thought we were gonna do like a dating show or something like that.
But you could also tell us you love
My
us,
soul
and then we could do a dating show.
Wants to date your soul in a friendship of love. That's what I want.
Soul loving.
My soul does not want that.
My soul has found its counterpoint in yours.
Remember how happy he was when the Astros won and he accidentally did this, which meant he loved us? People don't forget that.
I think he was saying he loved the Astros.
But he also did it for us, too.
I censored in the video. I blurted out.
You devious bastard.
Will you just like for this one just start randomly blurring out little things, like just like make it look like something's going on in the background, but like nothing happens? Like,
am I doing something naughty right now? You don't know.
Like, what's going on the screen? And then we can, like, when people are watching, they're like, wow, scandalous. I keep looking and zooming in and pausing. I have to go back and rewatch. There
you go, Robert. I gave you something to censor there.
Censor that.
I'll censor that.
Censor
the whole screen.
Well, for that one, you'll have to.
That'd be good.
I had I mean, I don't know why I just stress out over things that don't happen in my dreams, but nobody cares about my dream. But like, I did have a dream that for some reason none of the video worked, and so Robert like drew us, and like when I'd talk, like it would just be a picture of my face that kind of pop up, like it wasn't like moving. But I was like, man, Robert like did all these sketches, and I was like, they weren't like great, but it was like honestly, like I applaud the effort. Like I'm not even mad. Like this is kind of unique for a week, I guess. So if anybody wants to just do like a crayon drawing version, if you get your kids listening, maybe
if anybody's super into animation,
but
one of our clips that we put out, just animate it for us.
Yeah, do that. That would be cool.
That'd be sick as shit.
Funny if it's just like a different picture of like me and like I'm saying things and it's just like a frozen like picture of like a drawing somebody made.
No one says it has to be good animation. I think it would just be hilarious. Actually, the worse it is.
So like, I'm always in trouble for Dream Me. Like Emma's always mad at Dream Me. Like whatever I did in her dream, like that's not my fault. Like I didn't do that. That's a different guy.
Baby,
like,
I don't fuck with that guy.
Dream Robert. So yeah, boom. I don't know where I'm going with that, but let's get into the pre-cum segment. I actually have a really good one for us to start us off. It is the holiday season, and I don't know if like getting your shopping out of the way. That could have been a comeback kid this week. It's not, but like starting your shopping early. Like I always fucking hate those people who are like, I'm already done. I've done all of my shopping and I got it all done on Black Friday. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm lazy and I shopped for myself on Black Friday and then on Cyber Monday. And you could have shopped at PassiveGameMerch.com, by the way, if you want to do that. You can still shop there. But like, I always just fucking wait until like a week before. I'm like, fuck, this isn't going to ship here in time. And it just puts me against it, you know? But what I did realize is my wife, Emma, always makes... My wife always makes... Yeah. My wife always makes Chex Mix every holiday season. And like, we'll just give out little Tupperware containers of the Chex Mix to like friends and family and stuff like that. And it's always like, I'm always like, that's a fucking great gift. And I never like do anything about it because I can't cook and I don't have any talents or anything. But like homemade gifts always get a bad rap for sucking, and homemade gifts largely do suck. Like if you got something somebody else made, most of the time you're like, this kind of, okay, cool. You made me a macaroni necklace. And I get that that's mostly like kids. Like if somebody made you a painting and stuff, like that's cool. But I think one of the things that's always like universally accepted as a homemade gift is food. And not everybody like myself can cook. So what I've done this year is like I brought my gifts in because these are my world famous candied pecans and my Christmas pretzels. And so what I did was I went to the store, I bought some Tupperware, and I bought some Christmas pretzels and candied pecans. And then I put bows on these things, and it looks like I made them. And so you just got to tell people, like, you package some of these bad boys up, take them into the office, you take them to somebody's house if you're going over there for like a Christmas party. Like, hey, these are my homemade candied pecans. Just wanted to let you know, here you go. And oh my God, that is so thoughtful. And like I tried these, and they're both pretty decent. Like, they're candy. So like that's pretty sick. People aren't gonna hate it. They're not gonna be like, fuck Alex for like he gave me a fucking homemade gift. I'm like, these are pretty damn good pecans. Pretty damn good pecans. Alex has like you got to give me the recipe for that. And I'd be like, it's a family recipe. I can't give it away, you know? And people don't know. I mean, I'm giving that away right here, but people don't know that you didn't make it. They just assume that you did. Cause like, it's like George Costanza did in Seinfeld, where he realized like, I can just say I gave a donation to the Human Fund. And it's like a donation was made in your name to the Human Fund. Is like, just made it up. None of them, like, he didn't donate any money, but he gave everybody a card saying he donated money. Now I'm spending a little bit of money, but I'm not really doing a lot of time, like spending or a lot of effort other than like bought this, opened the bag, poured it in here, opened the container, put it in here, put a top on it, put a bow on it, done. And it looks thoughtful. And there's always people like, fuck, I forgot to get somebody a gift. Just buy some Tupperware and like holiday like themed candy and give it to them. And like, I feel like that's a solid little Christmas hack, is it not?
Yeah, but you could have made it even like you could have saved yourself more money. Don't buy Tupperware. Just get those like little plastic baggies where it's just like the flat plastic film. Put a pile of it in the middle of that, and then just put like a little piece of ribbon around it. And so it's actually like a little baggie.
Right.
It looks even more homemade. Now you're just throwing it. I took the extra time to like put the ribbon around this baggie, so just throwing it in Tupperware. It's cheaper, but it makes it sound like you care more.
Right. But like sometimes you can find those the like wannabe Tupperware that comes with like, it's got like a reindeer on it. It looks seasonal. Like that just looks festive. And I think you get extra bonus points for being like, oh, okay.
That's a good point. I do like that.
But like, there's always the guy that like brings up, oh, my wife made this here. She made these hot cocoa bags. And you're kind of like, I'm probably not going to ever have this, but thanks. Like, that's thoughtful. Like nobody's going to tell
it'd
like,
be fun.
When somebody gives you Chex Mix, like when Emma gives people Chex Mix, it's like, this is dope. All right. I don't have to make any of this. And they're going to think like, wow, how thoughtful is Alex for making all of these? I'm going to put a little video out on social media so you can see like my recipe, and my recipe is just going to be me cutting open the bag.
They're
Here's
generously
another idea.
filled too.
Those were filled very nicely.
Right. And it's like,
you
wow.
didn't cheap out.
Right. Like, cause I care. Cause you and I, we have that kind of relationship. I'm not going to skimp on a gift to you. Build that bitch up.
This would be a great idea for a gift. Say you were going to spend, $20 a person for like, I don't know, 5-6 people, just tell all of them, listen, this is what I was going to spend, but instead we're going to do this. I'm going to take the money from all of you 5. We're going to throw it on one bet. We're going to throw it on one bet. We're going to make this fucking fun. And then if it wins, and you all together decide, what the bet's going to be. You throw it down on that, and then you go, now you're going to just get double the cash. And money won is better than money earned. Everyone will tell you that.
I really think
or you just buy them a doubly good present, but you all get that thrill of the bet, of sweating a bet together.
But if they don't care about betting, then like that doesn't really work. And you also, I think when you go to most people, you seem like the guy that owes somebody money, that like, when I'm like, dude, Pat, you owe me $20, and you would have been like, what if I told you I could give you $20 now, or $20,000 in 2 years? I'm like, just give me the $20 now, man. I'm not going to see that 20 grand, am I?
Yeah. Well, no,
like,
I was thinking more like
on you, dude. Like, you're like that guy. And it's like, well, like, what if? Like, I think a better way would just be like, here's some scratch offs.
I mean,
I went and I got something.
I get like when I buy gifts for people, I buy them just like a semi-decent bottle of booze. So if I went to a couple people and I was like, dude, what if we just threw all these and we found like a little parlay that's like plus 400, and then everybody gets something super dope instead of just like a decent bottle.
But what if it doesn't hit? Then you're like, then it's just gone down the drain.
Well, but that's the risk that they take. And my buddies, a lot of them would probably be like, all right, fuck it, let's do it.
But then you could just be like, hey, I put a bet on what I was going to spend on your Christmas gift and it lost. So sorry.
No, that's what I said. You keep it above board. Everybody decides what the bet is going to be together. That way everybody can like watch the game and like sweat it out. I think it'd be a fun Christmas experience for the boys.
I think if it was a gift to like your degenerate gambling friends, yes. Like, I don't think Robert would care. If you're like, Robert, I was going to get you this gift, but like, what if I put that money in this and we flipped it? I don't think Robert.
I would then I would just get him the gift.
Although my dad would always,
and he doesn't have to be in the bet.
To your point though, my dad used to, like, when I was a young fella, you know, I wasn't really gambling back in those days. I kept an eye on the line.
Third grade.
I didn't have a means to put that in there. But my dad would always go to Vegas, like every couple of years for work. He'd have to go to do a show there, like to go to work a show there. And when he would go there, he would come back and at, like, whatever the next holiday was, like birthday or whatever, he would give me. It was a Giants to win the Super Bowl bet. And he'd probably put like $20 on it, but it was always like plus odds. So they're like, oh, cool. And I remember he did that. And then 2008, when they won the Super Bowl, they beat the Patriots, and they were like, it was like plus 800 for them to win. So it was like $800. And like, I was in high school and I was like, this is fucking sick. $800. I'm a millionaire. I'm never going to spend all this money. Like, spoiler, you can easily spend $800.
Especially as a high schooler who likes to get fucked up.
I mean, since then, I've obviously spent $800 on dumb shit, but like, I don't even remember where they spent it on. Like, it wasn't
probably
a big purchase I made.
A lot of beer, Taco Bell.
But that was also like, he had to send his friend that was going to Vegas like a little while after that, like with the ticket to cash in and bring it back.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just hit cash out like we do.
Imagine being that friend and doing that for him, but doing it at the beginning of the trip and then just like gambling it all away. Just be like, sorry, I lost your kid's $800.
Whatever that happened, I just like forgot about it. I'm like, I have $800. I think I would have known. I would have known that somebody did that, but that would have been.
Oh no!
So,
but I mean,
look, a guy,
like,
I was gonna put it on black.
I
put it on black, and I was gonna turn it into $1,600, and turns out it was red, so we don't have it.
I'm just saying, it's very feasible that could happen. My buddy spent my fantasy football winnings years ago. He was the commissioner.
Though.
Yeah, but it took like 4 months. He just went to Vegas with the fucking and then used the money that we'd all sent him as commissioner and fucking lost it all.
I used to do that shit. Like when I used to always just accept, like, I'm a commissioner in one league and I'd always accept the payments on PayPal. And like, I never used PayPal for really anything else at that time. And then like, it'd be like, all right, cool. This is just basically sitting at a bank. And like, now it's on Venmo. And like, I send people Venmos with other shit. And I'm always like, I have like a little thing in my notes app about like, okay, you sent this much money, but you still owe this much money. So like, then I end up having to put money into my Venmo to send somebody to make sure it like balances out. But I'm always like, fuck, like, why did I have all this undeposited money in my, it was fantasy football dues. That's why. And like, I'll deposit it, like, not thinking about it and be like, I just put everybody's money in my account now. So now I'm just on the hook for that. And I always pay out. I never don't pay out, but it's just like, it's a stressful situation. That it's like, it used to just sit there. And at the end of the season, it'd be like, boom, boom, boom. Here's your 3 payments to first, second, and third. You're done.
Yeah, my leagues are just going like first or nothing now. Well, the second place gets their money back, but
we do third gets your money back. And then
that's what we used to do, but then people
second gets a little bit more than your money back, and first gets all the rest.
That and my other league, we just bought a trophy. So that's going to be it now. It's just a trophy and your name gets engraved on it if you're the winner.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's going to be really fucking sick.
With the Harambe Memorial Fantasy Football Trophy.
How'd we get here?
I don't know. Venmo?
Every once in a while.
And then you turn it into gambling, and then it turned into, yeah, see? All right, we traced our steps back.
Oh, poor Robert.
It's like a murder mystery podcast, but a how did we get to this point podcast. And then Robert, you should do one. you should do a different podcast. You already have a recent study suggests, but you should do like instead of the murder mystery, the mystery is just like Pat and Alex are here. You may be wondering, how did they get here? And then you'll go back and do the NPR thing, like how you walk back. Well, Alex started talking about his Christmas hacks. And then we're now talking about Venmo and fantasy football.
Sounds like the worst podcast of all time.
But yeah, again, just to recap, if you want a little Christmas life hack, if you're watching the video version, youtube.com, search Past Grade Podcast. You can watch this video version, just like every other video version we got of each podcast. But yeah, you can make these delicious little treats by just going to the store and just packaging them up like you made it.
Or they could go to the Pass the Gravy merch store and get some socks and shit for the boys.
That too. But like if like you're gonna give it
girls.
to a coworker that you don't really have anything in common with, but like, do you ever have like somebody that gives you gifts? And it's always just something like sweet, nothing like big, but it's like, oh hey, I do popcorn every Christmas. I make these fancy popcorns. I do. Here's a bag of it, and you're like, fuck, I feel like it's been 4 years in a row and I've never given her anything. Like, boom, here's some pretzels I made.
Spin Zone, though, after 4 years, I don't think she's expecting anything. Nor should she. Or if she wants something
but
back,
think of how thoughtful you're gonna appear if you bring just a bag of pretzels you poured into a Tupperware container and put a bow on. It's gonna make somebody's day. Pat thought of me to go do this. And you're like, you know what, Allison, I did think of you.
But if you want to cast a wide net, just bring in like a bowl with like 20 individual bags of it and bring it into work. And be like, hey, this is just for anybody. You know, I thought you guys might like this. If you want to hit specific targets, you go your way.
That's a cool flex.
But the other way, you can just be like, dude, I brought in a thing of the Christmas popcorn.
You buy like dude, buy the big popcorn tubs and then just pour them in like bags, give them out to people you know, and then like leave the leftovers you have.
Well,
like, hey, I just had this. I made too much. You feel free to grab one on your way out.
The ones you did, it looks homemade. Everyone would just be like, dude, you bought a popcorn tub and just sealed it up for different people.
At what point, like, does it just like, so like, you know, when somebody gives you something, you can tell they just grabbed from their house. It was like, this was a shirt that you wore. This is a shirt that just doesn't fit you anymore. And you're like, well, yeah, okay. This is a shirt. Sorry, I didn't really have time. I didn't think about it until the last second. Like, what if, like, what would the food be that you'd be like, this is bullshit? Like, you just put it together. Like, if I just was like, here's cereal in a bag. Like, this is Captain. It's my special Christmas cereal. Like, this is just Captain Crunch, but with sprinkles.
That would probably be it. Like, if it was just like, oh, I made this. It's like a candy crunch, and you're like, dude, that's Frosted Flakes. Like, I can see. You didn't even take it out of the cereal bag. You just took it out of the box.
It's peppermint and Frosted Flakes. Did you just have peppermints at your house? I did. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be real with you. That's how that was. It's my Christmas trail mix.
There's a mint, a paper clip, and a toothpick in here. It's obviously what was just inside your pocket. You put it in the Ziploc bag.
Yeah. You went to your junk drawer and just poured things into this. No, man. This is what I make every year.
This is 9 crumpled up $1 bills.
You can't put a price on that. It's $9.
Yeah, I mean, you literally can.
What'd you guys bring in for the Precome segment?
Well, you said something that I wanted to. So, what did you get yourself on Black Friday? Because I know we all did.
On Black Friday, so I got some hats. Bought some hats that I wanted. I got some sweatpants that I really liked. It's hard to find good sweatpants, dude. Like now it's joggers or what's in. But sometimes you don't have pockets that are deep enough. Sometimes I like zipper pockets. If they have the zipper pockets, I'm fucking all about that. So I found like the exact same pair of gray sweatpants I have that I wear around the house all the time. And I was like, I'm just gonna get 2. I'm gonna get a black pair and another gray pair just because. There's nothing worse than when your favorite pair of sweatpants, like the string starts to kind of rip where like the waistband is. You're like, this is not great. This is gonna last me a couple more wears, and then I'm gonna have to start looking for new sweatpants. So I got that, and then
you had to get the black ones too because you're a married man now. You can't be walking around in public with gray sweatpants on.
Right, but at home though.
At home, yeah.
Show your girl, be like, yo, what's up? You like what you see? Like what you see there? But yeah, I got that, and I got myself some stuff at the Pass the Gravy merch store. We had a Cyber Monday sale, and I got my Gravy Gang sweatshirt that I'm gonna wear, my Christmas sweater for the Spooktacular coming up December 17th. And I got a beanie because it's getting kind of cold nowadays at times. And it's like always going to be good to throw a little beanie on there. And then I got some more socks. I don't know why I already had a bunch of PTG socks, but they are my favorite socks in the world.
They're so comfy.
Like those socks and the socks that Emma gets me every year with my dog's picture on them. Like those are the only socks I wear now.
Yeah, dude, I was just full on boring ass adult, which I was like, it made me laugh as I was placing
felt
order.
like that too. I'm like, I'm buying clothes. I would hate this.
No, I'm so much more boring than you.
You got an insurance policy?
I got a spare battery for my electric weed whacker and leaf blower. And
Nice.
I got 2 surge protector cables.
Dude, those are game changers.
I needed one.
I'm excited for you hearing you say it.
Dude, I needed one. And I pulled up on Amazon. And it's like one for $11.99. And then right below was 2 for $11.99. I was like, motherfucker, I'm in.
Did you get the tower or is it just the strip?
Strip. Dude, it was 2 for $12. You
don't pass up on that. I have like the strip in my my bedroom and in my living room, but in the studio here, dude, I got the fucking tower thing. That bad boy is fucking awesome. It's probably super unsafe as much shit as I have plugged into it right now. But like
once I get a table, maybe
there's like 12 plugs. There's like 12 plugs on it. Like everybody could charge their phones. We could all have computers plugged in at the same time and still have room. And then the house will be burned down probably by the end of the podcast, but still, like
it'd be a sweet time until it blew up.
Like surge protectors, you can plug them up, right? Like you probably just shouldn't plug other surge protectors into a surge protector.
Why not?
I mean, that's where it starts getting like risky.
Maybe if you plug like multiple into one, but like if you have just one plugged into one,
yeah,
I'm sure that's fine.
My freshman dorm. I mean, you went to Texas State. I don't know if they had the same dorm situation. I don't know if you stayed at a dorm, but like the original freshman year dorm was like, you could tell it was built in like the 60s or 70s. So like they didn't really care about electricity as much then. And they had like 2 outlets
real quick,
in the whole fucking room.
Don't do what I just said. Don't plug surge protectors into other surge protectors. It says that in bold right away when you Google it. So
yeah.
Good to know.
I've definitely heard about that catching fire and burning people's.
Okay, back to our prison dorms because yes, I stayed in one too.
So like the dorms had like 2 outlets that you could tell they had to like route wiring into, and so it's like, well, you brought a refrigerator, we have a TV, and we both have computers, so that's the 4 outlets, and then you'd get surge protectors, and we had like 6 surge protectors plugged into each other. Like we had a surge protector that was almost exclusively plugged into other, like it had other surge protectors plugged into it so we could have all of our shit in there. And like some of our shit was like fucking up at one point, and we had like they had an electrician come. He's like, yeah, you guys can't fucking have all of this stuff. Like he was like yelling at us. He's like, this is a fire hazard. Like this is super unsafe. Like you have this plugged into here, you have this plugged in here, you have 2 computers. Like this is gonna catch fire. I'm surprised it hasn't. And I was like, but like my computer won't charge. Why won't it charge when I'm plugging it in? Is it because it's fucking routing power to everything else here? I was like, okay, fair. I get that.
I'm surprised it took an electrician for you guys to figure that out.
I was a freshman, dude. I hadn't learned all this shit yet.
Dude, I'm not getting enough power. Why? Well, I've got 19
You're
things
splitting it 30 different ways.
That all jump back into one power plug. But it splits 19 ways. I wonder why I'm not getting enough fucking wattage. You beautiful bastard.
Surge protectors, just a fun fact. If you don't know that, now you know. Like, don't plug surge protectors into other surge protectors. I think you can plug as much shit as a surge protector.
Or you know.
But don't plug surge protectors into other surge protectors.
Yeah. But like I said, if you've got 4 plugs in your room, that should be enough. You just plug a surge protector into each one, and then bam, you've got 24 plugs.
Yeah.
Just don't combine them.
A lamp. Yeah, you have like a lamp though, and it's like it adds up fast. I'd be like, these are all just practical ones we need. Now, what about like for the Xbox? And sometimes like you have like a surge protector where the plug doesn't fit. Like it's got like one of those that like is sideways so that it takes up 2 plug spots, even though it really only takes 1 plug like that it takes up. So then you're like, what the fuck am I gonna do here? And then you have to plug a surge protector in so you can get more, so you can do other stuff. And it was like, yeah, I can see how that's dangerous. That guy was yelling at us like he was like our dad and like just disappointed in us. I was like, I don't know this guy.
I actually was super disappointed too when I left my parents' house. my dad had a bunch of extension cords because like he's not doing as much Christmas lights as he used to. So he's like, yeah, dude, if you want some, take them. I was like, oh, I could use like, I had no reason. I actually don't know what I would use it for. I was like, yeah, I'll take like 2 or 3 because that'd be awesome. Just have extra ones because it just as you get older, you're like, fuck yeah, extension cords.
Yeah.
And then I got back the next day. I was like, fuck, I forgot to grab the extension cords.
The extension cords or those like outlet plugs that are like mini surge protectors where it's like, oh, this is really
The orange one that like splits into 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
3 or
love that
6.
one.
But then again, I think that's dangerous too, because then you can't plug. Like, I don't know if you can plug a surge protector into an already split outlet like that.
No, you just plug the surge protector into the second hole.
Right. Right. Okay.
Yeah, but
and that's us figuring
Just
out.
keep it in that
electricity.
hole though. Don't switch between the holes.
You can switch holes as long as it's consensual.
Yeah, I mean, but just be careful.
Make sure that like if that on button's on the surge protector, you're good to go. If the off button's on, the off button's there, like you better not fucking do that.
No, don't do it. You gotta look out.
Yep. Robert, did you get anything for Cyber Monday?
Yeah, I did. I
Black
didn't.
Friday.
I
Did you
did.
get yourself a chair?
No, I did not. None
Look
of
at
what
chairs?
I was looking through things on Amazon and I saw chairs and I was like, I should just send this link to Robert right now. I don't know why I didn't.
Would have been a good idea. Nothing that I bought myself was actually on sale. I just waited until then to see if there would be a sale. There wasn't. I bought these. I
I love doing that.
bought these ornaments though.
Oh, they're
ornaments, those are pretty
Pokemon
sick.
Original Pokemon too. It looks like none of that new bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Bought myself those ornaments. A few T-shirts, but like I said, none of it was on sale. I think where I got the T-shirts from, there was a sale if you bought $100 worth, you'd get like 20% off or $20 off, something like that. But I'm like, I don't need $100 worth.
I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker like that. I'm like, well, I mean, all I need is $23 more, and then I get $20 off, and it's like you're spending more than you're getting off. Like, why? Well, I'll get
Yeah, I
this.
was gonna say-
I'll get this, and then one more thing too, because I gotta get. Okay, now I got the deal. I was like, it doesn't. You actually spend
bet-
more money.
So like you'd have to spend 100 to like only spend 80. I bet you Robert wasn't even going to spend 80 in the first place.
I spent
Yeah.
like 75.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, if you spend more money, you can save more down the line, but we need you to spend 40% more right now.
You should have looked at chairs at least. It'd be
I
a real
should have
shame
done that.
the Gravy Gang just started bringing chairs for you. Like
You know would be the
I'll have about
perfect
18 bowls to give you.
the perfect TikTok for Robert and his chair reviews would not even be him trying them out, but him just like, where the screen is in the background above him and it's just scrolling through chairs. He's like, that one looks comfy. That one doesn't.
Yeah.
But like, nah, screw
You
that
could
one.
knock
I don't
out
like
like
that
50
either.
of them. We got to come up with content, dude.
We want you to be the chair king of Houston.
Chair King. Robert, what
Wait,
would you
is Chair
bring
King
in
a
for-
store?
I think so, probably. Sofa King is too. And
Yeah.
sounds like so fucking.
Thanks for laying that one out for us.
Robert, what'd you bring in for the pre-com segment?
I'm not used to like this level of success with the Astros. Like they just signed Jose Abreu, and now everyone's like, "Oh, the rich getting richer,"
Yeah.
right? Because for the past few years, it's been all about like cheater talk and whatnot, and it's still not gone away. But now that they've won,
Oh no,
the
they've got to
second
shut
World
their mouths
Series, now that they won the second World Series, and like it seems like they keep getting good players. Now it's like, oh, everyone seems to be like jealous or at least acknowledging that they're good. And it's
Yeah.
not something I'm familiar with. I'm not sure how
What's
to handle it.
now. Think about it like just look at the good terms of it. It's like we didn't just win our second World Series. We dominated them. Like we really did kick their fucking ass in that one to where, yeah, they took a couple games, but it never really was in doubt. Every time it got to our bullpen, it was game fucking over. We were more dominant than we were in 2017. So now everyone has to. So like now we're past it. We're past the whole cheating thing now. And it's like they say, rich get richer. We're losing Verlander. He's not coming back. It's just these are the moves you got to make to stay relevant. We're bringing in Abreu, who I fucking love.
Good about like
but now we are in the new era where it's like, okay, we don't have, unless we bring somebody in, which like, still very possible for starting pitchers anyway. It's all homegrown now. Like we're back to the beginning. Like, and Abreu. But like, even on that team, we had free agents that come in and stuff. But like now is where it was our on the field core. I doubt it. All right, but in 2017, it was our on the field core. Now we're in the era of our pitching staff. It's like McCullers has got to stay healthy. Framber's got to keep going. Luis Garcia. We have this weird group of just awesome people. And then we got the old vets in the field. I love it. It's a beautiful time. Just enjoy it. Now what's going to be weird is if people stop being dicks online to Astros fans. That's what's going to be weird.
That would be weird.
That's where I'll be like, this is, but we're still like, people are still gonna be like, well, you still have Chile. He cheated. This guy cheated.
Yeah, but he also didn't cheat.
Yeah, but like, he didn't. And then everyone else on our team is new. It's like, so the people we have left now are what? Altuve,
Bregman,
McCullers, Bregman.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Oh,
fucking cheaters, man. I know one of them was a pitcher and one of them was a rookie. And the other guy didn't use the system. They're fucking cheaters, man.
Also, people have been calling me daddy, and it's really making me uncomfortable online.
Oh, because I know that you did a podcast, Recent Studies Suggest.
Yeah.
And I did listen to that, and it was a little interesting about Robert not liking that. And then obviously, like the internet works, anytime you say you don't like something, they're gonna circle in on that. See, I'm not looking at Pat. I can see what Pat's doing.
So in 2 weeks, I've learned that I can just touch my eye to freak out Alex, and I can call Robert daddy. Wait, Robert, are they calling you daddy or are they calling you daddy?
Both, probably. It's over Twitter. I've seen
it's over Twitter, so thankfully I can't hear it. But
but your brain can. How are you hearing it?
Though December 17th at the Christmas Spectacular. Definitely don't call Robert daddy or daddy. Don't call him that at all. Definitely don't do that. Whatever you do, don't call Robert that.
It's Father Christmas, not Daddy Christmas.
Let's start calling it Daddy Christmas.
Start calling Robert Daddy Christmas.
Daddy Christmas. I like that.
Because he brings the presents,
His presents.
The presents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. His presents.
I love it. Great.
I think you should change your name on Twitter to just Daddy.
You should. Daddy Christmas at least.
Oh my. Okay, so now I need someone to go online and find one of those like ripped male models with like the open Santa coat and the hat who just like dressed up and just please put Robert's face on it and write Daddy Christmas.
Daddy's coming home for Christmas.
Or sneak into his house and take a picture of him shirtless. I'm sure it'll look exactly the same. And then Photoshop on the hat and the coat. Robert's ripped.
He just doesn't want us to know.
Robert's the only person left in the world that still has jacked, what was that workout supplement that was basically methamphetamine?
Hey, if it works, it works.
I mean, look at Robert. It obviously does.
Can't knock the results.
Yeah. I'm just surprised he's not as ripped as Liver King was. That guy was. I guess he spent like $100,000 on steroids. Do you know who Liver King is, Robert?
I do not.
Never mind. It's a TikTok thing.
It was the most obviously steroided guy ever. That was like, no, man, I don't do steroids. Dude. I just eat liver.
Yeah, he's like, I use the sun. Like, he's like, I'm all natural. I use the sun, and you eat like he's like, I guess Native American is the correct term. Where it's like they would eat the whole carcass of the animal. Like,
well, he lives by the 9 ancestral tenets.
Yeah, I don't even need to get into that shit. But like, the guy was like always jacked, and then like turns out he spent like $100,000 a year on steroids. So,
and was reaching out to like bodybuilding coaches, like, hey, how should I do this steroid cycle? Shocker, it took this long to come out, actually.
Yeah. I mean, it was one of those like, okay, yeah, I can see that.
I could see it from the second I looked at the guy.
Yeah,
Robert,
I was sus,
Robert,
but, like,
Google Liver King, and you'll laugh that he denied using steroids.
he was a big steroid in that. Like, there's no way, like Lance Armstrong style, except not as famous as Lance Armstrong. But like, you're like,
Well, Lance was doping. This guy, you just look at him and like Lance wasn't like yoked up with
I guess
like
he was blood.
a
doping, huh?
beach ball under each arm.
Looks pretty natural to me.
Well, maybe to you because that's what you look like with your shirt off. But to us mere mortals, Robert.
Yeah. Okay, so he was talking about him the other day, and it was like he looked like he was about to fucking like his body was gonna explode. Like
you just hit him with a pin.
Like Barry
Bonds,
starts
like squirting out.
But like bodybuilder, and he's like, I get like, I don't know, it's weird when people are like bodybuilders that aren't bodybuilders. Like if you're a bodybuilder and that's what you want to be, like that's cool. But it's like, I always like, and it's like good for you, like for being a way better, like more disciplined person than me. But it's like when you're on like a regiment and like all they want to do is I just want to have like the sickest fucking tries and buys and whatever the delts. And like they're just like that jacked. You're like, do you like do competitions? Like, oh no. Let's go to the gym like 17 times a day. And I spend about half my life in there. Like, that's cool. For what?
Oh no, that's my favorite. And you ask them that and they go, dude, it's for me. Okay.
Right.
I like this.
And I'm not knocking that because like it is for you, but it's also like that's crazy. Like I think you're going a little overboard, dude.
There's two legitimate reasons to work out. One, to get healthier, and two, to be more attractive to the opposite sex.
To get chicks.
When it turns or same sex, whatever you're into, to be attracted to the people that you want to fuck. Once it gets into that level of like, I'm getting super jacked and but you're not doing competitions, but you're like, yeah, this is just for me. I like this. There's something broken in you. There's something seriously broken in you.
Well, it's like there's acceptable things to be addicted to in society, I think. And it's like that is one where like, dude, that guy he's a fucking gym rat, bro. Like dude's just working out all the time. At the end of the day, like it's not unhealthy to just be working out all the time, you know? Like, but it's like it's not meth. Like
you know,
it's like, oh, I can't stop smoking meth. They're like, that's a fucking problem. But it's like I can't stop working out, bro. You're like, good for you.
But like you're neglecting legs, you've got no ass, you look like you have a beach ball under each arm. You know who does it perfectly? Bro Brad. That dude is just chiseled out of fucking stone.
Fucking Greek god.
He's a goddamn animal. But like
I'm getting worked up just thinking about him. Man.
He's just, you look at him, you're like, dude, that dude's jacked. He's not to the level where it's like when the dudes start looking like their upper body, it just looks like you're hitting one of those old school air pumps where it's just like and then their shoulders like their arms can't go straight down because their lats are so fucking big.
Yeah,
dude, calm down. Calm
like
the fuck down.
When you gotta do like the gorilla walk because like your biceps are just too large. Like your biceps, yeah, like you just can't even. It just as like far as like it just looks like you're like doing that all the time. And like watch the video version.
You could sneak up behind that guy and tickle him on his sides. And he couldn't just collapse his arms to stop it because his forearms can't hit his waist.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna like turn and like, bro, what the fuck? Don't tickle me, bro.
Again, you're like a better person than we are. I'm not shitting on you by shitting on you. It's something like I respect that. It's fucking a lot of work.
I don't
to do that long, but it's also like eat a hamburger, dude.
Yeah, you know what I do in that time that you guys spend in the gym? I get fucked up when I play video games.
I lose a lot of money gambling, and I watch more sports. And
they can make the argument,
and then I just become a piece of shit. But it's like
you eat great food, delicious food. They can make the argument that okay, that gives us joy. What they're doing gives them joy. No, that's stupid. I do what I do without sweating. I'm just chilling and vibing and having a good time. You're like throwing out your back trying to do your third buy workout of the day.
They're not throwing it out. They're really good at that. So they're fucking strong enough to where they don't throw out their back. Their back's probably too strong to be thrown out.
Worst that happens to me is maybe I sit a little forward and it's stiff for like 3 minutes, or I'm like, okay, I got a shower. I've been sitting on leather for like 6 hours.
Yeah, a wise football coach I had, in high school, and you also briefly had as well, once said, never had a coach complaining the guy was too fast on his own. Like when we want to work with him, he's just too fast, just too strong. I was like, that's fair. Yeah. Like, hey, dude, if you could just get a little slower for us, I think we could really work you in here. You could just get a little less strong. And it's like, that's a fair way to look at it.
Robert, I need you to cut that clip, but right before he says strong. So I just want him to talk about don't be too fast. And if you slow it down, you can get it in here. There you go. On the fly editing done by me. That's where I do my editing. Vocally. But yeah, I mean, just take it easy, guys. Okay. Don't be that guy in the gym. Don't be, I don't even know what we're like. That's past jacked. It's past yoked. Don't be inflated.
Yeah.
Inflated is the best word I can think.
I wish they did.
Also,
SpongeBob, that you could
also
inflate.
just
That was cool.
don't, this goes for the guys and the ladies. Don't be the person that works out to do it in competitions. Because then when it's competition time, you have to put on that weird spray tan that's like super dark. And I know it shows off the definition better, but you look like a fucking leather lizard person for like 2 weeks after. And it's awkward for everyone that knows you in real life. What are we going to? Oh, you look so good right now. No, you fucking don't. You look gross. Stop it.
I also wouldn't tell people that because
if it was
way bigger than me and they could kill me. So like,
well, I mean, you're not going to do it because it's just a mean thing to say. But like, if one of my best friends was doing this and doing the competitions, I'd be like, yeah, dude, you're ripped. That's sick. But like, you look fucking disgusting when it's time to do the competition with that spray tan.
And he'd just punch you and be dead because he punched you to death.
Oh, I don't fear any of my friends, even if they got yoked. They're all idiots.
They could be strong idiots, though.
I'll grab them by the nuts. Nobody can fight when their nuts are being grabbed. That's a scientific fact.
Scientific fact right there. All right, well, I think that wraps up our Precome segment pretty well. It was productive today, I feel like.
It's going to be a wild one, Robert. Hold on.
We're teaching you about electricity, kids, and what not to do. We're giving you some Christmas present hacks, money management, and health. Covered all the bases. It's an educational podcast, I would say. We could really wrap this up, honestly.
Where are we going to go from here? Nobody knows.
Right into the Comeback Kids segment. It's brought to you this week by good friends at Southern Star Brewing Company, 3525 North Braid Street up in Conroe, Texas. They will be the host site of the 9th annual Pass the Gravy Christmas Spooktacular going down Saturday, December 17th at Southern Star Brewing Company. We do have a start time. So if you want to, I know you marked your calendars already. If you haven't, mark your fucking calendar. Saturday, December 17th. At 12:30 p.m., we're going on. We're going to be going on. We're going to be kicking things off. It's going to be a great time. As Pat said.
Great time.
All kinds of stuff going down. Santa's going to fucking be there. It's going to be awesome. We're probably, we don't have any musical access of yet, but like Southern Star always finds the best. Southern Star always finds some dope stuff there. We're going to have our annual Gravies Awards. I know there have been some bribe talks that I've been seeing on the Twitter sphere. And I got some DMs. And just let me let you know. I am bribable, but like I'm not bribable. I'm bribable in other things, but I'm not going to accept bribes for the Gravies Awards. We have to have some sort of integrity, okay?
I will. I'll accept bribes.
Don't. Pat will not be a finalist in the committee then. You've been removed from the
No, I was going to say I'll accept bribes. I don't really have much of a say. I don't really have much of a say in the first place on them, but I'll accept all the bribes you guys want to send me. It might be money not well spent though.
It might not be the best. We got award. We got the MVP award, Man of the Year. Josh Tree's trying to go for his third consecutive MVP award. We'll have to see if he can keep his title. We got the Man of the Year, the Woman of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Best Answers Question Asker, Darling Like a Marlin Award, the Gravy Gangster Award. I don't know if we're bringing back the Best Football Player on Planet Earth Award. And then
You know what we could replace that with?
best guest award.
We could have a competition where everyone lines up and calls Robert Daddy, and then whoever does it the best gets the Daddy
of the
award.
Year award. We could just make a Daddy of the Year award and give it.
Or
to
just
us.
Daddy of the that's good too.
You guys made an award show just to give yourself awards. Best hosts of Pass the Gravy. It's a 3-way tie.
Oh.
Did
Highest BMI on podcast of the year. Oh, Pat, you won. Oh, I didn't see this coming.
Best podcast fans in the world. Can we give away a bunch of them? Robert, order a bunch of really, really teeny tiny, like almost just microscopic. Like get confetti of trophy.
A picture of a trophy.
Like, you know, those little like glitter cutouts they have sometimes. Find a trophy. I don't care what the trophy is. Find the trophy and buy like the glitter kind of that. And it'll be like the award for best podcast fans goes to the Gravy Gang.
You know what? No. I don't.
That's
That's rude to our friends at Southern Star to just throw confetti everywhere. That's shit's a bitch to clean up.
We'll get you to sweep it up afterwards, Pat.
No, we won't. I'll be drunk. I'll be drunk.
We'll just have Pat sweep it up.
No TNA. Clean when drunk.
But you're the only one with restaurant experience, though.
Right. See, we were talking about that before.
I don't get drunk at work. And
Robert and I edit things, upload things.
That does make sense.
Aspect of it.
I do a lot of the Charlie work at work too, so I guess I should do it here.
Yep. Always center reference if you got that. But yeah, the Gravies Awards is going down. This is an ad we're still doing. Gravies Awards going down, and we're gonna have our Christmas movie bracket. We always have that. I can't remember who won last year's, but go back and watch last year's episode. I'm on obviously
might have some new ones this year to add in.
New
Christmas movies coming.
It was kind of fun last year. So the rule is you have to be at least in your second year of being a movie, because there are some movies that come out like that. What is this? The Scary Christmas one or the David Harbour Christmas movie that will not be eligible this year because
I forgot about that rule.
It's like the Kentucky Derby. Got to be 2-year-olds or 3-year-olds or whatever they are. It's like you have to be in the rotation so long. But what we did do last year is we got all the classics. You know, Christmas Story. So a Christmas Story Christmas will not be available until next year. But we have Grinch, all that stuff is obviously going to make it in there. Die Hard has to make it in every year. But then we're going to have like a play-in tournament. We kind of did that like the week leading up to it. We just had like every day there was a movie or 2 movies or 3 movies we'd put up against each other. And it was like, hey, vote on this. And you just vote on our Twitter and we would push them through. And then that would be a participant in it because there's so many fucking Christmas movies. I've already watched 2 Christmas movies so far. But
I watched Elf the other day. You got one on me.
I watched Just Friends. And I watched 8-Bit Christmas, which is on HBO Max, I think. Neil Patrick Harris. It's basically just like picture Christmas Story, but instead of a BB gun, he wanted a Super Nintendo. And that is like the whole MO of the show. And it's kind of like it's a good show. Good show. It's got Steve Van Zandt in it, Neil Patrick Harris. Fucking I teared up a little bit. I laughed. I cried.
For a second, I was like, well, should we include Ted as a Christmas movie? And I was like, okay, that one's stretching it a little bit. The beginning is during Christmas. It's not a whole overarching theme. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The entire movie was Die Hard, and like Christmas itself was almost a character in it.
We're not getting
because of the extra attributes it brought about.
I'm not arguing over Die Hard anymore. That happens every year. And I'm like,
you fucking started it.
I'm just pointing out like
I watched
the beginning.
I watched The Grinch for the first time. Like
the Jim Carrey one?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
It was all right.
It's kind of funny though. Max, come back.
There was some funny parts. I did laugh a few times.
It's great. It's okay. Shut up. It's fucking great.
I'm not a big fan of like Jim Carrey and his Jim Carreyisms.
That's what I like all of like the one-liners. You're like, I have nothing to want. Lie in self-loathing. I'll be booked salt. And it's just reading his to-do list and it's just hate himself. I loved that.
Yeah, but also
my to-do list a lot of times.
He's a complete dick, and the only thing that kind of melts his heart a little bit is his dog. Even though he treats him bad sometimes,
right.
Sometimes he treats him really good too.
He needed Max.
Oh yeah,
Max was such a good boy.
Yeah, like Max knew what they were doing was wrong, but he's a good point. He just
He was
goes
trying to
along
be his
with what
moral
he's supposed
compass,
to
where
do.
he's like, oh, I don't like stealing Christmas. And Cindy Lou just got right to him, and now she's the singer in not Evanescence.
We're still the ad. Let's wrap it up.
Who's she the singer for? Find that out. Tell us afterwards. But Southern Star Brewing Company, the December 17th, Saturday, December 17th, best beer in the world, best podcast.
They also
in the
have
world, dare I say?
The week before too, they have the Hot Sauce Festival, December 10th.
Sauce
Don't forget about that
I
one.
apologize.
It's awesome.
Super
Southern dope.
Star Brewing Company, Southern Star Brewing Company, Southern Star Brewing Company. If you're at the grocery store, if you're at a gas station, you're at a fucking liquor store, get you some Southern Star. Fucking load up on it. Pat found the bombshell pills. I am still looking
so
for it.
happy.
My HEB doesn't have it. But yeah, they got all kinds of awesome beers at the brewery. Let them know you're part of the Gravy Gang. They'll show you around. And I'm really excited to hang out with you guys Saturday, December 17th at 12:30 p.m. And then afterwards, we're hanging out with you. That's why we switched to doing the daytime podcasts.
Pretty
We can hang out
reckless.
with you. Pretty reckless. What's her name?
Taylor Momsen.
Taylor Momsen. Yeah, and she was Cindy Lou Who. Fun fact. Southern Star Brewing Company, best beer in the world. If you're drinking a Southern Star, tag them, tag us at Southern Star BC and at Southern Star Brewing Co. on Twitter and Instagram. Let them know you're a part of the Gravy Gang, and let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. We are at Past Gravy Pod. We'll retweet you, give you a shout out. Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the entire world, the official sponsor of the Comeback Kids segment. That was the longest advertisement ever.
Woo!
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch. All right, our first comeback kid this week is patriotism. Because fellas, the U.S. probably the best soccer team in the world right now. Because we beat Iran 1-0. Global politics, suck our dick. Everybody else, suck our dick. I brought up on the Claire Big Blue podcast that I do. It's a soccer and football podcast. You want to check it out every Tuesday with me and my friend Mike Fish. You can listen to it wherever you listen to this. But I was bringing up the fact that I really think we won the group. The U.S. finished second to England in the group, but we tied England in a sport that they invented, which I think is a win. And then England got a win over Wales, which is basically also England. So that's really them losing to themselves. So it's a loss instead of a win in my eyes. So really, like, England beat themselves. So by that logic, the U.S. should be the real winner of Group B. I don't know. The U.S. hasn't scored a ton of goals. Our captain, not captain, just Christian Pulisic, fucking absolute beast, sacrificed his testicles to give us the lead. And then we held on to beat Iran, and now we're moving on to play the fucking Netherlands. And I always had a soft spot for the Netherlands. But fuck the Netherlands. Fuck them. Because I was always like, when the U.S. was in it and stuff, I'd be like, let's go to Netherlands. They have cool orange jerseys. Fuck those orange jerseys.
There's two types of people in this world I can't stand. People that are intolerant of other people's cultures, and the Dutch.
Exactly.
Fuck them. Dude, they're old. They're not what they used to be anymore. And we haven't been playing Reina. I have a theory that we were just getting through the group stage. We're going to unleash them in knockout play now, and Reina's going to run all up and down people's asses. It's coming home to America.
Yeah, I think it is. It's coming. It's returning home. I think it's it's coming home. Finally,
don't let US win the World Cup. Don't do it. Don't do it. We
fucking assholes. It'll be
dude,
hilarious though.
We'll be firing off missiles in random directions just in celebration, like woohoo! Fuck the rest of the world. We're the greatest again. Yay!
Not even a real sport to a lot of people here, but we fucking love it. And now we're the best at it. So fuck you guys.
This is our fifth, maybe sixth sport, and we just beat the rest of the world. You guys suck.
Dude, one of these days. That's my dream, just to live long enough to see us win a World Cup. It's not really my dream, but that'd be fucking awesome.
I've always said it's going to happen, but like really, there's only been, what, like 5 or 6 World Cup winners over the last 62 years?
Yeah, like since it started, like Uruguay.
The same teams win it every time.
Argentina, Germany, France, Spain. I think that's it.
Add America to it, baby. It's gonna happen.
We're always saying we're gonna win.
Also, absolutely hilarious. Mexico is knocked out.
Yeah, that happened right before we started. I did win money because they won that final match, but they still got knocked out on like friendliness points. Like, so like one of the tiebreakers is like, I think it's fair play is what it's called. And it's like, well, they actually had less yellow and red cards than you, so they were better behaved. Like they got the like smiley face or the sad face in school, like when you're in first grade. Like that's what soccer decides things on. And then if that's tied, I saw that like the next tiebreaker would have literally just been a draw. Like they would have drawn who moves on. Like imagine having every fucking tiebreaker tied and then been like, you lost the fucking coin flip. Sorry, you're out. Go home.
I would almost rather that though than lose the 14th tiebreaker. Like if it's point differential, okay. But like once it gets down to like the very last ones, it was like, well, like we added up the total yards ran by all players on the pitch over the course of the tournament, and they had 100 more yards than you, so they win because they ran more. I think, dude, at that point, just flip the fucking coin. Holy shit. Or quick 25-minute half, make the two teams play another game 7-on-7.
Just no, like do like baseball does. Like now you gotta fucking play a game and you're gonna be not rested. Like one more game. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's probably better. Just
I respect the fuck out of baseball for that. And baseball's the longest fucking sport to finish ever.
Or if you don't do that,
like that's not
get the two teams out on the pitch. Fucking, we're doing penalty shots.
At least do that. Just do like
a best. Make it a best of 10. So you're gonna have like all of your fucking best players going.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's fucking crazy, but yeah,
dude. Americans,
we advanced.
Americans should be in charge of FIFA. Like FIFA's so corrupt. Put us in charge. We'll stop the corruption, because even just the regular salary of what a FIFA official in charge would be so much more than what we're making now. We'd be happy with it. And we would get to pass judgment on the sport the rest of the world loves and we fringely care about.
And we could take bribes, which is also cool.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We would still take the bribes.
Yeah, but we wouldn't be as corrupt. We're just going to pretend we're not.
Oh, we would definitely be less corrupt. I don't care how much money they gave us. Me and you would have never put this World Cup where it is now.
Nah, dude, I have a price.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure my price would be met before it got to, well, let's just ignore, killing gay people and fucking keeping women.
Against the humanitarian violations.
Yeah. That's why we would take bribes from countries that don't have those. Like Germany, they've never done anything wrong.
Maybe not them.
They're reformed.
Maybe not them. We would just have it in the U.S. every single time.
Actually, no.
Third straight time y'all had the World Cup in the U.S. Well, it's been successful.
Well, here's the thing. Also, we have the infrastructure and all the stadiums already built, so we don't need to fucking build anything. We can just kind of do it, and then we don't have a bunch of stadiums going to ruin in the next 3 years.
Yeah.
But also, dude, how tight would it be in Germany? Bunch of beer. That'd be a lot of fun.
Just a bunch of beer anywhere would have been fun anyways. But what's not fun is not having any beer in the stadiums, because that's the rules over there. But what's also cool about like patriotism is back, because the U.S. soccer team, like it's so cool. Like what I was saying a couple of weeks ago, like going to the Giants game at MetLife, it's fucking awesome to finally like be around people that are rooting for the same team as you, like being the majority. Like we like high five random guy over here, high five random guy over here. We're all rooting for the team that usually plays in this stadium. Let's fucking go. And like everybody always has like their own teams. Like when you're watching an NFL game on Sunday at the bar or whatever, but like at the bar we were at yesterday, like there weren't a ton of Iranian people there. I don't know if there were. I just didn't see any. But like it was just like everybody was fucking USA. And like when they scored, everybody just lost their fucking nuts. And it's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. Everybody went fucking nuts. Went fucking nuts. Lost their shit, went nuts, whatever, same thing. I mixed it together, merge. But it's cool to like see everybody somebody was comparing it to like March Madness, where people take off or they pretend like, oh, that guy's been in the bathroom for an awful long time, as you're like watching it on your phone. Like everybody's kind of like trying to skip out on work. We saw people in like that had obviously left early or like had taken a long lunch or whatever the fuck they were doing. And like, it's like, everybody's just like all rooting for the same fucking team. Like the Olympics are kind of like that, but like, we don't just like rally around at a bar for fucking swimming in the Olympics. Like, but the World Cup, when somebody scores a goal, like the thrill of scoring a goal in soccer is probably better than like almost any other sport. Like as somebody that like a touchdown is fucking cool. Touchdown's really cool.
There's so much rarer than any other sport.
When I watch West Ham with the fellas, when West Ham scores, you just go nuts because you're like, you don't know when it's going to happen or if it's going to happen. Like in a football game, you know somebody's gonna score at some point. And it's like, oh, we fucking did it. And then sometimes it gets taken away. It's offsides. And then you feel like you just had like somebody just yanked your heart out. And you're like, fuck you, ref. And then you just have all these grudges. And I think everybody was having the same grudges against the same refs. It wasn't you arguing against somebody else. It was fucking awesome. Everybody just kind of came together, being patriots, rooting for our country.
It was
Like
pretty
the good old
sweet.
days.
Yeah. I mean, also, nobody rallies in a bar for swimming because it's like, yeah, there's other races before it, but the main race you're waiting for is 2 minutes long.
Right. I mean, like people
Like
get around
big game
the
soccer,
bar for Kentucky
football,
Derby and shit.
It's
but
a whole couple hours. Yeah, well, yeah, but like
it's a team. It's a team sport. It's hard
not
to
the
like.
same. The Kentucky Derby, you're like, yeah. All right, that's over. What now? Oh, nothing else is on today. It was the Kentucky Derby. And you're like, well, that's soccer. You're sitting there like, you get a couple hours.
Yeah.
You get 2 hours to just sit down, watch it. 2 hours is that's the one thing soccer has, right? And I hate the running clock and all that stuff. It's fucking stupid. But you're going
It's
2 hours.
3 hour. It's 2.5
or 3
hours,
hours, whatever
max.
it is. Yeah.
But like,
That was the beauty. Like you're getting
I knew
an extra half hour.
I came back, did a podcast yesterday about 5 or 6 beers at deep. Like, cause I was like, all right, we play at 1, game will be over around like 3:45, 4-ish. I'll hop in an Uber, go back. And it worked out perfectly. Like, it's not like, fuck, there's overtime. Now we're doing this. Like, where you don't know what it's going to. In baseball, it could go for 7 years. You have no idea.
Also, I don't know
soccer
about
is
you,
efficient like
but
that.
I bet a bunch on the U.S. too, so that was extra nice.
I bet a significant amount of money.
Yeah.
In the United States.
Responsibly, but like
responsibly, I bet.
hammered it.
Well, I mean, I'm a patriot. I'm not a fucking terrorist. So, like, I'm not
Yeah.
bet against the United States. And I usually will bet against my own teams. Like, that's been a strategy that if you watch the Gravy Gamble show, which we'll talk about later, like you can see, like, I just sometimes I'm fucking hating my team right now. So at least I'll have some pleasure in like, okay, well, they lost, but I won money. I would never do that for the US of A.
It was so nice too, because it's like, oh, dude, this is a Tuesday. I'm up significant. Like, that's a great
Felt
start.
like a
to the
Friday
week.
too. It felt like a Friday, like going to the bar, watching the game. Like, that was tight. Robert, did you watch it?
No.
Fuck,
Soccer?
dude, do you even care about your country? Doesn't care about his country. Wow.
Don't care about soccer.
No.
Wow.
See, that's actually that arguably makes him more of a patriot. He's such an American that he's like, dude, fuck soccer.
It's Americans playing.
But it's still soccer.
It's still soccer.
We're a soccer podcast somewhat, you fuck faces. Like, we are fucking, I think it's America's West Ham podcast. Still goes to our website.
I enjoy a little bit of soccer from time to time, but you can't deny that makes Robert extra patriotic to just be like, dude, fuck soccer in all forms. That's super American of him.
I don't think it's American to root.
Now, don't get me wrong. It's sports, though.
Or
But
to
here's the thing.
boycott.
Robert doesn't care about sports. Robert cares about the Astros. That's it. He doesn't care about other teams in the sport that the Astros play in. He's like, it's just Astros. I'm going to learn about the other teams through watching the Astros.
Emma was like, you're
It's
really
true.
stressing out over this game. And I was like, yeah, it's our country. Like, I don't like, she's like, do you just not stress out about like any games or any? I was like, no, I think I'm just 100% on stress right now. Like, this is a team that I watch. Like, I do watch the Gold Cup and stuff like that. When US plays, I try and watch them when they're like meaningful games and not just friendlies, but like.
Yeah, I pretty much just watched the World Cup.
See, I care. I'm a patriot all the time.
And then a couple EPL games a year. Throw that on, have a little soccer on if I wake up
Still
early
haven't
on a
come-
Saturday.
Still haven't come to watch a West Ham game. But
I didn't get a single invite this year.
It's an open-ended invite, and you kept being like, I'm gonna come one of these days, and you just never did.
Yeah, but you have to remind me. I'm a child.
Look it up, dude. Look it up. All right, patriotism back. Besides Robert, who's not a patriot. But then also a big week for advent calendars, making a comeback. Today we're recording this on November 30th. Tomorrow, December 1st, that starts all those advent calendars. Do you fellas have any advent calendars for this year?
No, I'm 32.
Yeah, I don't buy them, but my mom gets them for the dogs. So my dog has.
That's such a
the
suburb
dog
white
had me
lady thing to
down.
do. I love
is,
it.
but it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun when you're like, oh, today they got a bone. Usually it's just a little treat.
Yesterday you got a treat. What did you get today? It's a treat.
Yeah, no, the ones that she got us a different kind this year, but the other one that we had, like the last like 2 years were like literally just like the kind from Bad Santa, but it was like little like treats, and it was like some of them would be shaped like a wreath, some of them would be shaped like a candy cane. Like there were 4 different kinds, and it was just a different one of those every single day except for Christmas, and it had a big long one, and it was like tight.
My favorite is that now.
This is a fun part of the day.
Now it's like you said, it's there. We're Advent calendar season. Very soon, we're all gonna get to see the video online of the person like, first day was it? Oh, it's a little bottle of booze.
Fucking Elf on a Shelf is back, bro.
Fuck Elf on the Shelf.
Elf on a Shelf is back.
But I just love the people that are like, oh look, oh I got a little bottle of Jack Daniels, day 2, Rumple Mints, then Goldschlager day. Just like, shut the fuck up. If you want to, because there's 2 extremes. I know I'm on one end where I'm like, if you want to have a drink, have a drink. You don't have to. And then there's people on the other end like, you're really gonna have a drink. You're gonna have a drink every day for 31 days in a row. That's what you're gonna do in the season of Jesus. And I'm like, dude, that's not even like, I do that shit without trying, dog.
Well, Southern does have the Krampus. I don't know if they're bringing Krampus back, but remember that? That was a lot of fun. Well, every day you did a little Krampus thing. You learned a little bit about it. I loved that.
I have my Krampus cards right fucking here, motherfucker. This is one thing I say shit all the time. Eventually, which one was this? Oh, Nikolaus. I loved this beer.
Nikolaus.
They better do Krampus again. But eventually, I'm gonna
kind of beer.
I'm gonna like set all those into like a fucking table or like a picture frame, and I'm gonna hang that shit up. I've got 3 different packs if you need one.
That'd be cool. So like this is the dog
God.
Advent calendar my mom gave me for Wheezy. And this year it has pumpkin spice flavored pretzels, snickerdoodle holiday dog shapes, gingerbread people, apple pie flavored little stars. And then I guess
I want to try those.
She gets a cotton rope. It looks like a little hot chocolate toy, a gingerbread toy, a reindeer toy, more treats, and then like a tennis ball, a vinyl ball, like other little things. There's all kinds of shit. I thought it was just bigger treats, I guess, but reading it, Weezy's in for a hell of a month. You're gonna fucking love this. You're just sitting here like, what is that shit? I can smell some of that. Not yet. Smell.
You should try some of those dog treats. They sound pretty good.
Well, I don't want to take her dog treats.
I
can't just put a Tylenol in it like they did in fucking Bad Santa. Tapes over it.
I mean, I've had dog treats before.
This one looks like it was open. What is this? It's a Tylenol. We can't all be fucking winners, kid.
Great movie. Love that shit.
That'll probably be, I would say 99% sure that will be in the Christmas movie back. Advent calendars are back, and then fucking Elf on a Shelf is back. So like people sell Elf on a Shelf like idea kits. We need to just make them up. Like day 1, Elf is passed out. Just like, oh, it looks like he fell from a really high distance, a really high drop. And then day 2, the elf is, look at him, he's taking a poop on the toilet. Like, we could just pick 25 days of that. And
so basically
sell it to people that don't want to think for themselves.
All right, so here's what we need to do. It's November 30th. So we've got what, 2 days until December?
1 day. December.
Oh, is there not 31 days in November? Why do I always think there's 31? Damn it, we ran out of time. I was gonna say, okay, next year then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get me an elf costume that is much too small, so it only like it's like a cutoff shirt for a girl. Like my whole midriff, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a drunken photo shoot with me. I would just hammer, and then what we're gonna do is take all those photos, shrink them down so it looks like the Elf on the Shelf is just getting hammered on like mantelpieces and shelves and all that, and we'll just superimpose me into pictures of the home.
I don't know if you know this, but we got Photoshop. We can make
that's what I'm saying.
The size of an elf, and
but I feel like the whole elf costume is what brings it together. Like a elf costume that's too small. Like the Elf on the Shelf got sick, and like I was the last minute replacement they could find.
bro, we could just put you on like Buddy the Elf's body and shrink that down, and then boom, they say one, and then we do the rest. Like order the shit, we'll finish it out. But like until then, we'll just use the same one.
Yeah, we could do that, but I just wanted my belly button to be the one out there, trying to kickstart this modeling career.
We'll start selling gravy on a shelf next year too, and it's really just a ladle or a gravy boat that just has gravy in it, but it's good luck, so you can't drink the gravy or pour it on anything. So just like progressively grosser as the month goes on.
Don't keep gravy for a month. Don't do that.
I don't know.
That's also why I think No Nut November is a dumb idea.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Hey, if you made it this far, you almost.
If you made it this far,
this,
I hope you come today. I hope you fail.
No Nut November.
I hope you fail on the 30th. And by fail, that means you come. So that's good for you.
Yeah. Final comeback kid I got is statues. The Washington Commanders. Fuck them this week. They're playing the Giants, but they were Sean Taylor, one of the most like fan favorites guys on the Washington R words than football team than Commanders. They were like, hey, we're gonna do a memorial to him and we're gonna unveil a statue. And everybody was like, okay, cool. So people showed up early before the game to see the unveiling of the statue. They had the whole like glass thing the statue is going to be in, which I thought was a little weird that there's like a glass enclosure for a statue. Was it whatever? I don't know how their stadium's set up. But then they pulled the curtain back and it was a mannequin that just had Sean Taylor jersey on. Like it was whoever was doing it. Like they're like, hey, you got the statue done, Pat, right? And you're like, fuck. No, I didn't. I thought Robert was gonna do that. Robert's like, no, dude, you said you would make the statue. Like you said you would make the statue. We need it by tomorrow. Like, what can we fucking grab? And like you just went to like Academy and we're like, hey, can I have this Under Armour mannequin? I just can I buy it off of you? And like, well, you can buy the clothes on it, but you can't buy I just need the mannequin. You finally got some way to like get them to give it to you. Like they went to the team store and just put a Sean Taylor jersey on that. Like it didn't have arms. It didn't have arms. Statues have arms, unless it was somebody without arms, obviously. But like statues are supposed to have arms, and it did not.
And for those people that don't know who Sean Taylor was,
just type in Sean Taylor statue, and then you'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah, he was a safety for the team
on the video.
He was from those Miami teams back in the early 2000s that were just killing everybody. He was a sick athlete, and then he got shot when someone broke into his house and died. That's why they honor him. Funny thing is, that's the second year in a row they fucked up honoring him. Last year, they honored him with like that little, like his number symbol on the sideline. And then Jackson Mahomes danced on top of it for a fucking TikTok. And then this year, they're like, oh, we're going to do it right. We're giving him a statue. And then they unveil it. And everyone's like, that's not what a statue is. It's literally not a statue.
Next year, did you hear what they're going to do to make up for it, though? They're going to give everybody...
piss on his grave?
No, they're going to give everybody away. Since it was number 21, you're going to get a 21-ounce soda on them in honor of Sean Taylor.
But the tickets for that game will conveniently be the price of a 21-ounce soda more expensive.
Right.
Because that's the kind of shit Washington does.
Absolutely. May Dan Snyder never sell that team. I hope he never
does. I was going to say, I know you don't want him to, but I can't wait.
I hope Jerry Jones and Dan Snyder live forever. Both scumbags. Jerry Jones, can we bring him as a comeback kid sort of too? Did you see the shit came out before? I mean, I was in full I'm lashing out mode on Thanksgiving Day. I don't know if you guys were able to see that. Fuck Thanksgiving Day games when your team plays, dude. It's the worst. I hated it. I hated Thanksgiving. I had fun with my family, but I was also hating it at the same time. Just because I was miserable watching my team and having to try and like keep it cool. And like I went to my grandmother's house for like at halftime. My mom was like, we're gonna go have pie over there, and I was like, okay. And I had to leave. I couldn't do it. And but before the game, somebody had shared a photo of a 14-year-old Jerry Jones that was blocking an African-American student from attending class because back in Arkansas. And I was like, this is who you support when you're a Dallas Cowboys fan. So just something to think about.
I'm going to play devil's advocate for a cause that should never be devil's advocate.
He said he was just curious.
He wasn't like physically in the front of it, like holding a kid back. There. He was just like, He was
I
in
wasn't
the crowd.
leading the KKK meetings. I was just fucking checking it out, man.
I was just standing behind the guy that was.
I wanted to see what the hoods were about.
But also, like,
Thought they were camping.
Is anybody surprised that the kid from Arkansas was not super on board with
1920s.
integrating schools when it happened? But yeah, obviously nowadays Jerry is not that like there's nobody. I don't think there's anybody that could accuse Jerry of being racist. Like
I don't think it's. I mean, he did some shit that was kind of probably like racist when the kneeling stuff happened. But like whatever. Like I think that like what he did was
I think
not
it was
right,
60
but, like, he
years ago and he's
a fucking
grown.
14-year-old kid. So like I think it's really hard to like hold what somebody said did or said when they were 14 years old against them later on. That's a big thing. Like Josh Allen was quoting a rap song, and they were when he got drafted, yeah, he was like, yeah, I was like 15 or 16, man. Like it was a terrible thing to tweet. I didn't think about it then, man. That was stupid. And it's like, at what age is it not okay to do things, and then we can't we're never gonna forgive you again? It's a weird thing. But I was in full lashing out mode. I had been drinking, so Ezekiel Elliott, who there was a holding call that wasn't called when he had that run for the touchdown. But I was remember when he beat a woman, and then everybody was he was a fan favorite. That's your team. That's your team. That's who you're supporting. But the Jerry Jones tweet did get some people, because then I was yeah, confirmed. Jerry Jones, if you support this is what you support if you're a Cowboys fan. And somebody was like, who the fuck cares? It was a long time ago, and I just would if anybody debated it with me, I would just be like, this guy confirmed racist, confirmed racist, confirmed racist, confirmed racist.
You're such a piece of shit.
And then he said something else about fucking clap. I don't know. He was like, oh, I hope you're clapping yourself on the back, or whatever. I was clapping your mom's cheeks. I don't remember what it was, but it led to me saying, but I was clapping your mom's cheeks, and I was fucking nailed it. And then I deleted a bunch of tweets because these are stupid. I was just being fucking mad. Nothing was inappropriate, but I was just fuck, this is embarrassing.
It was funny. I thought you were saying the guy was like, yeah, I clapped my, and I was like, did this guy really give a fuck your mom answer? But then also I was like, wait, I do that every day at work. Me and the other managers just talk about fucking each other's moms.
But it's I love though, on Twitter when I'm just tweeting about a game that I'm watching, and a day later you're not gonna have any context of what I was tweeting about at that given time. Fucking PI, fucking PI, and it's nobody's gonna know what I was talking about tomorrow when they look at that. But when somebody you get some random person that's a fan of the other team that you don't follow, they don't follow you, they don't know anybody that you know or anything like that, and they're arguing with you, and you're just hey dude, go fuck yourself, and just all right, that's it. I feel better now. I yelled at a stranger on the internet. Did it.
Nailed it.
I hate that so much, but I also love it because I do it.
Now I really want to just start going into comment sections and arguing and saying, yeah, well, I fucked your mom last night. Just to bring that back, because that is the dumbest online argument you can, especially if it's somebody you don't know. If you're fucking around with your buddies, it's just some shit talking, but online, that shit nobody has said since they were 14 years old.
Right. And it's
I want to bring it back at 32.
It's the George Costanza's jerk store. Yeah, the jerk store called, they're right. You're what do I say to that? I don't know. Fuck you, dude. Yeah, I don't know. But statues are back. Jerry Jones statues. Probably thinks all statues should still be standing, even of Hitler and probably Saddam Hussein. I bet. I heard that Jerry Jones was a huge Saddam Hussein fan. I don't know if you knew that. Use that as a clip.
Well, did the war in Iraq drive up oil prices? Because that probably helped Jerry back in the day.
I don't know.
Isn't that how he got to start the oil business?
I think so.
He's an old guy with a Southern accent. That's just how I assume they all have one.
Yeah, I do too. It's just the show Dallas. He's probably JR.
I picture him more like the skinny version of the Texas oil guy from The Simpsons that has the big hat and is always shooting off two guns. Just a skinny version of that. That's Jerry. Yeah.
And that's our Comeback Kids segment, guys. Speaking of oil, side story that Robert's gonna love. Just because we're taking longer than ever. Shout out to my friend Darren for he got some pretty awesome Rockets tickets, and he took me to the Rockets game. I was 6 for 6 on bets. fucking, because when you go to a game, you just got to bet a bunch of shit. And I was just like, fuck it, dude. Jalen Green over points. Fucking, who's Jabari Smith. Fucking, he's over 3 points. And like, I bet the over. I bet the Rockets +2. Everything just fucking. I was like, I'm a fucking god. I thought I figured out gambling again, and I lost every bet the next day. But still, that was tight. But we went there, and we weren't courtside, but we were like right above courtside behind the basket. It was fucking awesome. Really good seats. And the Rockets did win, not to brag, but they're undefeated this season when I go. And we sat there, and there was a lot of people shuffling in and out of like our section. And then this big dude comes in, and he's got an undershirt. I would assume it was an undershirt. It was like a white shirt that just had like, he had obviously written on it, and it just said college degree. And then I was like, all right, good for that guy. Like, the guy's like a big, like Samoan looking dude. Like, all right, this guy has this shirt that he made. Cool. And then I didn't see what the back of it said, but as he like scooches past this, it says $130 oil price. And I was like, I don't know what this shirt means at all. And I was like, this guy is gonna fucking do some shit. And I was like, is he gonna fucking be one of those glue protesters that glues himself to the court or something like that with like he's protesting oil. He goes to Houston. Like, okay, I can see something like that. But then it turns out somebody else had the wrong seats. And so then like that guy had to move down right next to where my friend was sitting. So it was this guy, my friend, and me. And he wasn't a protester at all. He was actually a very big Rockets supporter, but he was so much a Rockets supporter that every single time they would come down the court, he'd be like, offensive rebound, offensive rebound, offensive rebound. Get your man, get the offensive rebound, get your offensive rebound. And then they go on defense. He's like, defense, get your man. Get your man. And it was like he had looked up like 7 basketball terms and just shouted them every single time. And like people were kind of just looking around and like he'd kind of make eye contact, like, oh, this guy's gonna do this whole game. And he didn't come back in the second half. But the first half was absolutely electric, honestly, with this guy. Like it started off annoying, and by the end we were like, fucking offensive rebound. When we get an offensive rebound, everybody, like, it was a vibe, and we were like, this guy is gonna be a problem. And he was a little bit annoying in the beginning, but it was like, no, this is fun. Everybody's just here to have fun. Like this is just how he has fun, yelling at the players, and they could hear you from where we were sitting. And it was like, this is fucking tight.
It's like listening to the same song on repeat. Like it gets really fucking annoying really quick. But then after a while, like, it'll take like 3 and you're like, okay, I'm sick of this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th. You're just like 11, 12. All of a sudden you're like, all right, I'm back into it. It's come back around. I'm back into
Boban,
it again.
like, so we were sitting close to the Rockets bench, and Boban Bogdanovic didn't really play at all, but he like just
he's so big.
He's 9 feet tall. He's a fucking house, size of a house, and like he's like just sitting on the bench, like, and we could see him like looking over, just like laughing at the guy, and he'd be like, slow it down. And like, I was like, I fucking love this dude. Like, I hated it and at the beginning, but
I
yeah,
love
just
Boban.
like you said, like, it just kind of comes around. You kind of come around. Like, this is annoying. All right, we're in. And like, then when that guy didn't come back, we were all kind of like, well, what are we gonna do the second half?
Did you all keep yelling it for him?
We did yell it a couple of times. It's kind of a joke. And then
it's annoying until he yells offensive rebound twice in a row and they get both offensive rebounds, and then you're
I thought
he's
I was
cracked
like,
the code.
why don't you worry about the shot though? Like, what if he just hits the 3? Then we don't have to get an offensive rebound.
He's like, we're not gonna be making that many shots.
Yeah, he wasn't wrong. But that was pretty tight. And then what was absolutely electric is like, I always say best halftime show is like dog with a monkey riding on the dog's back. Like, just do that, and like I'll just watch it run around all the time. Like, just run it on a loop. Like, you don't even have to have a dog riding a monkey riding a dog in the stadium. Dog riding a monkey, no, that would be crazy to watch. But a monkey riding a dog, that's always just like, I'm sold. Every single time they have that in a stadium and I see that was a halftime show, I'm like, love it. I'll watch it all day, every day. But then
bullshit. The best halftime show, and I don't know why he's not a part of the team anymore and needs to come back, Turbo. A dude jumping on a trampoline doing flipping dunks. That's the best halftime show.
I will tell you better halftime
and then either or the at the Astros, like not the Goya Bean one, but when they have the trucks race and everyone in the crowd. Yeah, though, that's sick as shit. But that and Turbo.
Very low budget that the Rockets do that, like, I wish they would just do at every break is they have Clutch come out on like a 12, 15, 20-foot ladder, like a giant ladder, and just heave balls from half court and try and make a half court shot. And it's like watching Clutch do that for like 3 minutes during a commercial break. Like, oh,
That's awesome.
Like, it's just like,
That's
it's the most, like, everybody was in their seats that whole fucking commercial break. Just like, come on, fucking, like, if he had made it, that whole place would have just fucking, the roof would have blown off that place. It would have been like, I was so ready to just, I was like, I might storm the court. I might storm the court if Clutch makes a basket. Like, if Clutch makes a half court shot, just fucking heaving him one-handed. Absolutely electric. I know Clutch just looks like a fat mouse to a lot of people. He's a bear. I know that, but he kind of looks like a mouse.
No, he looks like a bear.
Some people kind of looks like a mouse.
Bear.
Clutch can't, I'm trying to defend him. People might just go, oh, he's a fat mouse or a fat bear, whatever.
Nobody
Clutch
was
is absolutely electric. He was absolutely fucking electric. Throwing fucking half court shots from the top of the ladder. Like, just do that every time. Every break in the game, just throw, like, even if it's just like during a timeout, have Clutch just do one of those. I just want to watch that because one of these days he's gonna hit it, and it's like, fuck yeah. Best part, like, that would have been better than any part in the game. Like, I would have been like, if Clutch could have hit that, I think I would have been better, like, happier with that than the Rockets winning.
Dude, so okay, once sports betting gets into every stadium, imagine being able to live bet is Clutch going to hit a half court shot during this timeout. I'd fucking do it every time.
That would be
every single, and I would bet yes every time.
Also, did not win the 50-50 raffle for the.
Yeah, so I over the past couple months, I've been hearing. What is the 50-50 raffle? I started hearing about it a couple months ago because I don't go to like live games very often.
Oh no!
Explain this to me finally.
Yeah, maybe not everybody knows what the 50-50 raffle is. I have spent a small fortune losing 50-50 raffles over my time the last few years. They did kind of become like a bigger thing recently, but 50-50 raffle is the money goes to a charity. It was for kids, I think, like a kids charity. And I honestly don't care what the charity is. I'm just like 50-50 raffle, I'm in, because everybody that puts money into the raffle, like whatever the total number is, like say like sometimes I got like the Texans game when Emma and I went to the Texans Eagles Thursday night game. It was I want to say it was like 35 grand was the fucking, like everybody in the stadium that buys the tickets, like that's all the money goes to the pot. The 50-50 raffle is when you win, if you win the 50-50 raffle, half of the money, no matter what, whatever the cut is, like if it's $30,000, $15,000 goes to the charity. Then whoever wins the 50-50 raffle gets whatever else the other half is. So sometimes it can be like 6 grand. Sometimes it can be 3 grand, but sometimes it can be like 15 grand. You're like, oh, fucking let's go. And like, I went with my coworker, Tessa and Chili, and we spent probably like close to $400 on fucking 50-50 tickets. We're like, yeah, we'll do $100 worth. And then they just give you all the fucking things. And you're like, all right, here's our raffle number. And you're just reading fucking tickets. Fuck, we're not even close. Like every single time, like just the high of like, what if we fucking went to, what are we going to do with $15,000? We're gonna be so fucking rich. And like, I've never won. Just, that's gotta be the best feeling in the world.
It's gotta be.
I'm addicted to 50-50 raffles. Okay. Like I'm not a gambling addict when it comes to like betting games. I am kind of I'm a charity addict. So, sue me. Care about charity too much.
You're a good man.
Flaws. I'm a guy that cares about charity so much that I want to spend hundreds of dollars every 50-50 raffle. I'm fucking addicted to them.
I said at the beginning of this podcast, I'll say it again. Money earned is better, or money won is better than money earned.
Sometimes, yeah.
It's the truth. Not sometimes, always. Always. You get a sense of accomplishment from earning money. You get a thrill from winning money.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially when other people had the opportunity. You're just like, you guys didn't get any of this shit. But everybody gave.
Look at you fucking peasants.
But when you don't win, like you also get to write it off. Be like, well, fucking
charity, dude.
Shout out to me for being so generous.
I gave to charity and Bill.
How many you guys, like when they're like, oh, you're like, what's this loser doing? Just buying all that, like buying all those tickets. Oh, I don't know. Trying to give back to my community. What'd you do? How much did you donate to the Boys and Girls Club?
Okay.
I'm 300 out.
That's basically what I thought it was, but I still was never, because nobody ever broke down exactly. They would just talk about it, and from the context clues, I figured that's what it was. If
you ever go to a game with me, and like I think it asked at all the Houston like
I've
professional
never
sports
even
ones,
seen
they have
a
those.
thing.
They advertise for it a bunch in the arena or at the stadiums, but they do. I know that at the Astros when there was one, but like if I'm ever at a game with anybody listening to this or watching this or either of you two guys, and you're like, hey Alex, you want to like throw some money down on the 50-50 raffle? The answer is always going to be yes. If then 20 minutes later you're like, do you want to throw some more money down on the 50-50 raffle? Like, yep. And I just keep going to the little fucking thing. Like I only did it once. I was really good about it on Saturday. Because I was with a couple people I didn't really know that well, and I was like, they're gonna think I'm a fucking weirdo if I just come back with 4,000 tickets.
Fuck them.
I was trying to make like we had good seats. I didn't want to make my friend Darren look
You're
bad.
in radio. You're supposed to be a weirdo, dude.
I guess so, but 50-50 raffles, man, I'm addicted to them. So those are back too, even though they're always.
Hey, so you're addicted to charity. That's what you can say.
Addicted to charity. Excuse me. Giving back to my community, you know.
You're just a
let's
great
move on
guy.
to the What Would Jesus Do segment. This was we were gonna have a last one. You guys submitted some more, so I guess we'll keep doing it. This is probably the last one though. At Past Great Pod, use the hashtag PTGWWJD if you wanted to submit them, but nobody really submits them anymore. So this is probably the last one.
I'm just gonna end it right before Jesus' birthday.
Just get right before his birthday.
Happy birthday, Jesus. Sorry, your party sucked.
Yeah, dude, sorry. But so I guess if y'all don't want to stay anymore, whatever. But this is probably the last What Would Jesus Do ever. Hashtag PTGWWJD. Throw Jesus in a situation he might find himself in if he came back in today's times. We'll tell you how he would handle it. This week's nope, we got an intro. Play it.
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a matter of time. If he wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
All right, this week's What Would Jesus Do? Hashtag PTGWWJD to at Past Great Pod. It's from our buddy Raymundo Benavides at KMundoB on Twitter. He was the recipient of the I Love You Man Award at the Gravies Awards last year. We'll see if we can defend that title this year. We do love him still. But this week he says, what would a Jesus bachelor party look like? Jesus was getting hitched. What would it look like? Who would be invited? Where would it be? Would he succumb to peer pressure? Robert, I want you to answer first. I feel like we always answer first, but I want you to lead the charge on this one.
I think there's a pretty clear like blueprint to what this would be like.
I agree.
I think it would be very Last Supper like.
You just have a big meal with the fellas all on one side.
Yeah.
You're halfway there.
I think
Table for 64. But we're all saying it's just 32 are going to be on this side. It's cool.
Okay.
You're halfway there.
Pat says I'm halfway there. What do you think, Pat?
So here's what, well, I mean, obviously it says who would be there? The disciples. It's his boys. Bachelor party, you're with the boys.
You bring Judas? Was he a disciple? He was a disciple.
Yeah, he was a disciple. There's
He did
always,
forgive Judas. He
not
forgave him.
always. It's everybody's been to a bachelor party where there is one guy that's kind of a dickhead though.
But that's like you don't ever realize your dickhead friends until you put them with your like when you have the friend.
Oh, I
groups that
know all
mesh.
of my friends are dickheads.
Like at my bachelor party, I know people were like, "Dude, fuck that guy," and it's like, "But yeah, I like, but why?"
I loved
like at
everybody at your bachelor party. We got along great.
Yeah, you're like
They were-
somebody that's either like everybody either hates you or loves you, and like you were very lovable, Pat, that week.
Yeah.
Because you were just drinking and having fun. Like, you weren't
'Cause
combative with anything.
All the dudes at your one were like similar to me, like Yorkie. Love that
A
guy.
lot of people, yeah, nobody else. knows who he
Or
is
the other people were
on
just
this, but,
nice fucking
great guys.
guys.
Yeah,
So it's
great
either
dudes.
the people that are similar to my dickheadedness or just good, chill dudes. So like yours was an awesome one.
But at every bachelor party you go to, you're always just like, there is somebody that you almost every time that you just like don't gel with, and then somebody like, I don't know, this fucking asshole. Not always, but sometimes.
No, but it happens.
Because it's like
So
you,
yes,
you
Judas
meeting
would
your
be-
friends groups, but Judas would be there, I guess, and Judas he'd be the asshole. Like, remember when Judas fucking stabbed Jesus? How the fuck did he get an invite?
So Jesus' bachelor party with his boys.
Where are they going? Though?
What did Jesus and his boys do?
Where are they going?
So-
That's what I
the-
want to know.
Those motherfuckers hiked everywhere. It would be a hiking trip. He would get the boys together. They'd go out in the wilderness somewhere, get a cabin, get some
Like a hunting trip,
brews.
maybe.
Probably not hunting, but they hiked everywhere. That's what they did. So it'd be a nice hiking trip. Then at one point over the bachelor party weekend, there would be a very nice dinner. It would be the last night they were there. It would be the last supper that they had together.
Yeah, they gotta enjoy it. You gotta stop at the wine bar. I feel.
Oh yeah. I mean,
everybody knows he loves wine.
There would be a nice long hike, but then it would just be a regular bachelor party. You got to have one activity on a bachelor party, and their activity would be the hike. You got to have one good dinner.
Yeah.
You had the dinner there, and then the rest of the time it's just guys being bros the rest of the time. Like maybe Jesus and his buddies grabbed a bunch of tortillas, started throwing them like frisbees. You can't fit. You got the one activity and the one dinner. They had the dinner, they had the hike. The rest of the time, guys will be dudes. Just let it happen.
Mount Carmel. I've heard of that before. That's near Israel. When I said mountains near Israel on Google, I bet they'd go hike up Mount Carmel.
Oh, I was actually thinking Fredericksburg would be a perfect one for Jesus. There's a good hiking spot. You go out to Enchanted Rock, and then you got wineries and a cool little fucking town to hang out in.
They go Napa, dude. They would go to Napa Valley.
No, yeah. If it was in Texas, otherwise, yeah. Oh, I mean, California. If you're gonna hike, California is a great place to do it because it's such pleasant weather.
Yeah. Then you stop at a couple wineries. They have a nice antique radio in each room. That's from The Hangover when Stu calls and he's like, "No, it's really great. It's really quaint."
Love that movie.
Yeah,
but,
they'd go wine country and like Napa Valley, hiking around with the boys. I think we nailed this one.
Yeah, and then there would be no peer pressure for Jesus. Just peer pressure to what?
All right, another glass of wine, bro. Another glass of wine, huh?
He'd be like, "Yeah, I want another glass of wine."
And they go check out the.
It's a bachelor party. Oh, you know what? Judas probably would be doing. Hey guys, what if we got
to go to Playboy Mansion?
Dude, what if we got some hookers and everyone else is like, Jesus Christ, Judas, just stop, dude. Just be cool.
What are you fucking?
No, I think he would suggest like life-threatening things. Like, oh, what if Jesus? Why don't we go like bungee jumping? And
we all took turns cutting holes in our hands.
Judas might be the guy that like if one dude brought a little bit of cocaine, he'd be like, dude, I gotta call the cops.
No, Judas brings the cocaine. And then narcs on you later.
Well, no, I mean, Judas's whole thing was that he was a narc. He narked out Jesus to the Romans. Hi, Sam.
Kind of set him up too, but he brings all that shit over there, and then like they get pulled over by the cops, and he's like tosses it behind. He's like, that guy had it. It was his.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus wouldn't succumb to any peer pressure for.
Dude, the guy wandered the desert for fucking 90 days with the devil fucking trying to tempt him and didn't get it.
That was Moses.
That was
Moses.
Moses.
Moses was.
Jesus had to wander the desert.
A year? I don't know. I've forgotten all of my Bible knowledge.
Had to wander.
Sports betting knowledge has replaced the Bible in my brain. I've got the outline, but the details are a little fuzzy, you know?
Jesus was tempted. Like that's what Lent is. Jesus was walking through the desert with the devil tempting him that whole time. So like.
For how long?
He's not the whole, however long Lent is. I don't know.
That's month?
It's supposed to symbolize. Yeah, I guess. 30 days. I don't know why I said 90.
Yeah, I didn't know Lent was for that, to be honest with you. I thought Moses walked through the desert.
He probably did too, dude. There was a lot of deserts in the Bible, bro.
I mean, I've said this before, but they had a tire swing outside of my church growing up. So that's all I could focus on the whole time was waiting long enough until my mom would let me go play on the tire swing.
I get it.
Tire swings are dope. They need to be brought back.
Like if Lucifer himself can't tempt you, I don't think the fellas are going to tempt you at your bachelor party. But yeah, Napa Valley, wine country, hiking. I think we nailed it.
Yeah.
Great job, fellas.
Just a solid boys trip.
Solid boys trip. And what a way to wrap up the What Would Jesus Do segment, unless anybody sends anything else. And hashtag PTG WWJD at Pass Great Pod. But great way to wrap up that segment for one final time. Thank you, Raymundo. All right, moving on. We're talking about some stuff that's not cool, guys. But one thing I will never tell you is not cool is a Little M air freshener, because those are the best damn air fresheners on the planet. LittleMShop.com is where you go to get those. If you're driving around with those little fucking stupid trees in your fucking rearview mirror, just don't mess with Texas, like we always say. Cut it off and just throw it in the dashboard until you get to like the next stop, and then toss it out and throw it in the trash. But like, get you a Little M air freshener, LittleEMShop.com. Go there right now. order a bunch. If you spend $10 or more, you're gonna get free shipping on all of your orders. And then also, if you use promo code PTG69, you're gonna get 10% off. So you get 10% off and free shipping. And for $10 in air fresheners, you can get like a million air fresheners. They're great for everything. If you have just like a smelly room in your house for some reason, just throw that over there. You got neighbors, you got people coming over for the holidays. You take a little air freshener, just hide it somewhere in the room, and people are like, wow, this smells phenomenal. And you're like, yeah, I just cleaned up. You didn't have to clean up at all. You just hid everything in the closet. That's what you do. But you add a little air freshener, makes it seem great. Also, they have customizable keychains. I have this Gravy King one that I got. You can go read about all the specifications that you can get on those keychains. I mean, if you are a T Swift fan, they have all kinds of awesome ones. I love the one that it's for, I would imagine, the ladies, but it's just it's like a Barbie font, and it says "Bad Driver." That's a funny one, fellas. Get for your girls. It was a little prank. These are great stocking stuffers too. Like right now, you're trying to find some stuff. Like I was saying, my famous Christmas pretzels that I bought at the store are great, like gifts to give out to coworkers. Give somebody some air fresheners. Give somebody some keychains. You can get the custom keychains with like their name on it. That's easy. It makes it seem thoughtful. Not a lot of work on your part. All you gotta do is head over to littleemshop.com, type it out, boom. Oh, hey, Pat, here you go. I got you this. You're like, that's really thoughtful. Alex took the time to type my name, to get my name typed out on that. It's awesome. littleemshop.com. There's something for everybody there too. And the air fresheners. Get you some air fresheners. Give everybody on your Christmas list a little stocking stuffer of a Little M air freshener. I promise you, they will never go back to those bitch ass trees. I promise you. littleemshop.com, littleemshop.com. If you order from them, tag them at littleemshop on Instagram and at littleem_tweets on Twitter. littleemshop.com, promo code PTG69 for 10% off your order at littleemshop.com, the official sponsor of the Not Cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right, so Not Cool segment, pretty self-explanatory, but if you're new here, we bitch about something every week, something that makes you say, hey, that's not cool. It's kind of therapy for us. You hit us up on Twitter at PassGradePod. Use the hashtag PTG Not Cool and just gripe. It always, like, stuff happens to us every single week that makes you say, hey, man, that's not cool. And this is our time to share. If you tweet us something that's super duper interesting, and we pick some of the best ones each week, and we read some of your submitted ones. So I like interacting with you. And even the ones we don't get around to, like, it's fun just seeing, like, that also is not cool. You're right. That's very not cool. But hashtag PTG Not Cool to at PassGradePod on Twitter. We got some, like, it's like they're good, not cool, but it's like they're not cool. So a good, not cool. It's like a double negative almost, but it doesn't make a positive. But we got some interesting ones this week. I'll say that. We have some interesting ones. Let's start off with our girl, Melissa Hyde at Mel Hyde myself on Twitter. She says, that flappy skin that peels off when you burn the roof of your mouth on pizza, knowing that you should have waited, that's not cool. So what I'm getting is that Melissa had some pizza. I get it. Like, it happens. I'm not a guy that like sets stuff down. Like Emma, my wife, will she'll sit her stuff down and wait for it to get cool. Like, wait for it to cool down. And I am I'm that guy. I see it. I see food. I'm hungry. I want to eat it. I put it in my mouth. It's very hot. And then I just have to like huff and puff until I can get over it. But like, yeah, it does have like a layer of skin that just comes off sometimes when you burn it bad.
I've never had the layer of skin peel off.
Like on the upper part of your mouth, not peel, but like it bubbles almost, and then it goes away.
Yeah, like maybe
it feels like a peel, maybe.
Not even like the full on bubble, but like it swells, obviously.
Yeah.
And like I get what you mean with the bubble, but like in my head, I'm not picturing the bubble.
Eat something really hot right now.
But like she said, the skin peel away. I've never had this. Like,
that's terrible.
Like, are you
when you burn your tongue? Like, it's just like that too. The way you're like, oh, this is gonna fuck me out for like the rest of like the next 2 days when I'm eating anything.
Like in my mind, to get the skin to peel off the top of your mouth, you have to take the pizza out, immediately cut one slice out, throw it back in the oven, crank the oven really high, take it out, and immediately bite into it. Like, how hot are you eating your fucking like? You gotta like be cool. You gotta let it chill.
Burn my mouth with soup the other day.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not one to not burn my mouth on something that's too hot because I can't wait. But like,
I don't eat a ton usually. But when I do eat, I want to eat right then.
Oh, I get that. Yeah, that's why I don't heat shit up a lot of the time.
I usually don't.
I love cold food
too. But like when stuff is heated up, I'm like, I want it now. And
yeah,
you have to wait. And I don't want to wait. I want it now.
Yeah, when they're like, oh, dude, you cook the steak, let it sit for 5 minutes. It's gonna be better. I'm like, no,
No, we
it's
need
gonna
a
be done
microwave.
cooking. It's going onto my plate, and then I'm bringing the plate to where I'm eating.
There needs to be a microwave where you put like a thermometer in it, and at a certain temperature, where it's like this is like whatever mouth burning temperature is. It's like, all right, we're good, and then it just lets you know that your food's ready, and like it's at a perfect temperature for you to consume.
See, that's the thing though. With the microwave, the outside could be that temperature, but the inside is still cold.
That's true. Well, fucking figure it out, scientists. What else
Right?
you fucking doing? And we've been fucking this is a million years we've been on this earth, and like we can't figure out how to make microwaves that are good. I mean, microwaves are fucking dope. It's one of the best inventions of all time. But like, can't figure out how to make a microwave that like even distributes heat.
Here's the thing: they probably do now.
They just
But we haven't bought a
microwave.
We haven't bought a new microwave in so long because like a new microwave is probably what 230 to 350. I would assume
like $50.
But that's what I said. But you're getting a cheap microwave. A good microwave, I'm sure, can do this. But like
my apartment came with one, but the last one didn't.
Yeah. But yeah, you think your apartment spent a lot of money on that microwave? No. It's a cheap microwave.
Yeah. But yeah, that does suck when you burn the roof of your mouth.
It really, really does.
Solid, not cool to start us off. Our next one, I think this is gonna be the like we gave an award for the not cool of the week. This is probably gonna take the cake now. Open up. He attached the picture. Robert, will you attach the picture as well? Like just clip it up while we're talking about this on the video version. Because I feel like people would want to see this. He's got 3 pictures that he attached with it. So if you want to follow along with that. But Josh Tree Caudle at Joshua Tree 713 on Twitter, reigning Passive Gravy 2-time MVP, says, "This punk tried to steal from my neighbor. I made him take his shoes off, but he's lucky my chick told me I can't make him strip. The police took hours to get here, and then I had to stand there wanting to beat his ass and make him walk around naked. My girl didn't want me to go to jail. He had all that jewelry in that bag I threw in the street with his shoes, a meth pipe and meth. He was stealing tools out of my neighbor's garage. He's been a problem in the neighborhood, but he's lucky the cops came because I was going to have some hood justice." Now, the pictures are of a man sitting barefoot on a curb. Then the other picture is that guy's shoes, I would imagine, and a bag that then you see is full of jewelry and a pipe that he said had meth in it. So yeah, not cool. But like fucking what a G is Josh Tree though. Like what a fucking G. Like that is like an awesome, like, all right, I'm gonna fucking humiliate the fucking bitch, fucking get to the box, get to your boxers right now, just fucking sit there. You're not running away. You know, fucking give me your shoes, fucking throw them right there. Like him just hanging out there. Like I can't imagine, like he was probably talking so much shit to that guy the entire time. But like I don't know if you would have got away with it. You probably would have got away with it. Dude, I don't know, officer. Like it looked like he fell in the garage, and that's why I was notified. Like I could hear him falling in the garage. He just fucked his face up, dude. Like what the fuck happened? But like what a good neighbor. I want Josh Tree to be my neighbor because like what a fucking G neighbor move. Like he better have got you. Like, you know what? Your neighbor better be bringing over some holiday pretzels or candied pecans or something like that for what you did. That was fucking a baller ass move. Like that's a cool in a not cool. It's not cool that guy is being a fucking scumbag, but like I want to know, like, did you tackle the guy? Did you just say, "Hey, fucking stop"? Like, and did he listen to you? Like, he was on meth, so I don't know.
I'm assuming Josh was probably pretty persuasive in his ways to stop the guy.
Yeah,
maybe freeze.
May or may not.
You know what I'm saying? That would be my guess.
Justice.
Because there's not a lot of things. And guys, don't go off just this advice. But there's not a lot of things that stuck out for me in classes in Texas State when I was getting my criminal justice degree. But I do remember that in Texas, you have the right to protect your neighbor's property as well.
Yeah, it's one of the few states where you're like, oh, no, he was my next door neighbor.
If you see somebody breaking in, you can defend their property as well. So yeah. I do find that annoying that he said the law took hours to get there. I'd be like, hey, I've got a guy possibly or possibly not at gunpoint right now who was trying to steal from my neighbor. I caught him red-handed robbing the place. I have him detained. I need an officer. After 15 minutes, I'd call back and be like, hey, I have a guy detained. I need an officer. Oh, we don't have anyone. Fucking get somebody in the area. I'm holding a guy possibly at weapon point. I don't know. I'm not going to make assumptions here, but even though I am, I bet get a fucking cop over here, you assholes. There's no way you don't have one guy sitting at the station doing fucking nothing with enough time to spare. Get a guy from the next precinct. Send somebody. I've got a messed up robber that I stole his shoes from him to keep him here, guys. Need a little backup.
When you post a picture of the guy, we do the cops thing and blur out his face. At least we were talking about blurring out stuff.
You
blur out
blur
that guy's
out
face.
Eyebar. You
Oh,
blur
I was
out the
thinking of
eyebar.
doing that.
Blur out his
Yeah.
whole face.
Yeah, I was gonna do that.
Yeah, but the shoes being in the middle of the street is what cracks me up.
That's bitch. Fucking throw those shoes in the like. He probably gave them to Josh, and Josh just tossed him. But like, I was just looking at the picture, like zooming in, like I didn't see zip ties or anything. Like that would have been fucking hilarious if Josh just like detained him. I don't know if that's legal, but like he was waiting on the cops, right?
Citizen's arrest.
How do you officially have a citizen's arrest? Is it like I saw a crime, so I waited until the cop? Like that is that what that is?
I honestly don't know, but in a situation like that, I don't know if it would actually count as citizen's arrest. But if his neighbor's house was being robbed and Josh detained the guy and held him down and like zip tied him and held him there, that would be like there's nothing illegal about that. Like as long as he doesn't, kneel on the guy's fucking neck waiting for the cops to get there or anything like that.
Don't joke about that. Don't joke about that. Cut that part out.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't
Cut
even.
that part out.
I was just actually thinking about Josh like
that
kneeling
will
on
get us in trouble.
I didn't. That's stupid and fucked up. I wasn't even making that connection. But as long as he doesn't like beat the guy while he's got him detained right there, he should be fine. You just detain him.
You're a fucking awesome neighbor, Josh.
Josh, you're the
It's
shit.
not cool what that guy did, but like,
I hope you get 2 pee-pee touches for the good Samaritan deed you did.
Yeah, dude, your girl had to fucking water falling, bro. You just stopped a fucking crime. Like you're
maybe
a
from the
superhero.
neighbor.
You're a super. I'm a little chubbed up just thinking about like fucking. That's a superhero fucking movie.
Well, as soon as you
Stop
said
the
Josh
fucking criminal.
Tree, I got shoved. That happens
Oh
every
yeah,
time.
I mean
though.
I get that, but already, fucking that is a solid not cool, dude. What the fuck? That's some fucking street justice too.
Oh well, no, that's not. The guy almost got street justice.
Well, it's some street justice when like you can't get away with. I guess to an extent. Street justice, yeah, he wouldn't have walked away from it, but still, I think Josh did the right thing. Josh,
yeah, you did.
We're an anti-murder podcast. All right. Next up is Danielle Weston at Danny_Weston on Twitter, and her not cool is I can't find my PTG elf sweater anywhere. That sucks. I know, like I keep mine all in the same drawer when it's not Christmas season, and I know exactly when it is Christmas season. I'm looking at it right here. This drawer, got him. That's my Christmas sweater drawer. But I also feel like you're in luck because all you got to do is head over to PassGravyMerch.com and you can load up on all of the Pass the Gravy Christmas sweaters. PassTheGravyMerch.com. Could have got.
I did right before this episode.
Had
Got
to.
myself a new box hunter one. My old one was getting faded.
Box Hunter. Yeah, they're good quality these years. They're good quality. Originally, they were not the best quality, but the quality's improved.
I mean, it was good. It
Quality
lasted me
improved.
what, 4 years?
It did.
Whatever it
did.
was, the first one I had.
I'm very excited for my Gravy Gang one. I think I wore the Darn Like a Marlin PTG sweater the last 2 years. So I'm going to change it up and go Gravy Gang. Hopefully everybody else has Gravy Gang ones too that are listening. Go get your the Pastor Gravy Ugly Christmas sweater. If you order now, you order this week, you'll guaranteed get it by December 17th. So head on over or order as fast as you can. You want those in so you can wear them to the Spooktacular, December 17th, Southern Star Brewing Company. But yeah, that sucks. Like when you have like those holiday like shirts or like sweaters or anything like that, when you displace one of those, where the fuck is it? We were putting up the Christmas tree and like we live in an apartment, so at like my parents and at Emma's parents, we've dispersed our Christmas stuff that we give them every year after the holidays are over, and like we couldn't find the star. We don't have a star, we have a snowflake because I don't believe in the Dallas Cowboys being represented at all.
Smart.
But we have like a blinky snowflake and stuff like that, and I have these cool Giants ornaments that apparently I'm not allowed to put on the tree because I ruined the aesthetic of the tree. But we couldn't find all that shit. They're like, this fucking sucks having everything all mixed around like that. So like when you can't find your holiday shit, that's a fucking solid, not cool. PassGameMerch.com though, you can load back up on your PTG sweater.
Load up.
Raymundo Benavides at Kmundo B on Twitter. He kept the What Would Jesus Do segment alive this week, and now he's keeping the not cool segment going. He says, I headbutted a metal straw and lost. For context, I leaned forward to pop my back and did not realize the cup was that close to me. that is unfortunate. You posted a picture. If you want to grab that, Robert, too, and throw a little screenshot.
Nice
of that.
little circle in the
Forehead.
middle of the forehead.
Yeah, just a perfect little circle right there in the middle of the forehead. That sucks, dude. That sucks. Have you seen the video though to make you feel better? Have you seen the video of the guy? It's like it's one of those big margarita glasses with all the straws in it, and like he like leans over and the straw gets him in the eye. Like I think I threw up when I watched it because it was terrifying. But yeah, at least you didn't like lose an eye.
I used to have a metal straw a while ago that a coworker gave me, and you know what? I leaned forward one time and hit my tooth, and I didn't really use the metal straw much after that. I just went back to not using straws. So I get like I didn't hit my forehead. I didn't put a circle in my forehead that was bleeding or anything, but like yeah, I mean, you just kind of you have it. You like I didn't hit it that hard, but you don't have to hit your tooth that hard for it to hurt.
Yeah.
Just kind of went in for the drink while not staring at it, and the straw went right in my tooth. I was like, "Fucking ow!"
Yeah, and even if you don't like chip a tooth when you do it, like you always think, "What if I had just chipped my tooth? That would fucking suck."
Yeah, because then you're like, "All right,
No,
well,
nah,
if you don't have dental insurance, you're just like, well, am I going to pay a lot for this, or am I just down half a tooth for the rest of my life?
Like, how long am I going to go without this? Yeah,
Do I really need that tooth?"
that fucking sucks, dude.
The answer is you don't. By the way, guys,
you still look sexy with that, with the cut on your forehead too.
Mm-hmm. Daddy.
There you go. There you go. Okay, I will go first. I have a couple. Starting off with we had a boil water notice in Houston because I don't know exactly what it was. I think the power went out, some shit like that. One of the water treatment plants. They're like, Houston just boil water for like 24 hours. It just like I have to brush my teeth after every meal that I have because I have Invisalign. And trying to brush a retainer, like trying to brush your teeth without being able to use the sink, like I broke that rule so many times accidentally. Just been, oh fuck, nope, can't do that. Like I would pour boiled water we had in a cup, and then you just kind of like swish your toothbrush around in there. But then like when you're trying to like brush a retainer and shit, like it can't get it out of all the grooves and stuff like that. And you have to I poured like gallons of boiled water away, just trying to fucking clean my retainer and shit. Like, I mean, you can't really see that I'm wearing it now, but like every time I had to take them out to eat, then I had to brush my teeth before I put them back on. And so like I'm brushing my teeth like 6 times a day sometimes. Like if I drink coffee, if I drink anything like that, like I gotta brush my teeth with it, and it's a fucking pain in the ass.
It sounds fucking miserable, dude.
It's a pain in the ass to have to do it when you can just have a running faucet that you can just do that in. But then to have to, let me go get the water, let me pour the water in the cup, let me go bring it over here, let me do this, let me do that. Like it was a fucking pain in the ass. And to just like be like, can I shower? Is this safe to shower? Is it not safe to shower? Like, am I allowed to do that? Like it fucking sucked. I'm sure it was the same way for you guys. At the restaurant, did y'all stay open?
Yeah, we just bought a shit ton of bottled water.
So you just make everything with bottled water?
Yeah, well, I mean, like,
you boil it.
nothing we're cooking has like water in it.
Yeah.
So other ingredients. So like that, and then so we've got to we bought a bunch because we're like, yeah, we know it's only supposed to go like a day and a half, but what if it goes longer?
Know. And when people buy up all the water, like my grocery store is like, you would have thought a plague hit. Like, cool. We just
well, I mean, and that was the thing too. Like a lot of restaurants around us closed, but we were still open, so that was good for us.
Yeah. But just the boil water notice kind of fucking sucked. So
didn't affect me really at all, though. I live out in Katy. Wasn't my spot.
It really sucks, like brushing teeth at least. But so that was one of the not cools. And my other not cool, I think this has been a not cool before. Went to a place to watch a soccer game. I don't want to name the place because it was a really cool spot. But like bathroom attendants. And again, I don't want to knock anybody that is working. I feel bad. Like they're just trying to make a buck. I get that. And I'm not faulting anybody that's out there trying to hustle and make money. It's just a weird fucking like concept where it's like, dude, I can get the soap myself, man. Like I know where the paper, like there's a paper towel holder for everybody to be able to, it's like a self-serve. Like we don't need service in the bathroom. The bathroom is one of the places where it's like, I don't need help with any of that stuff. You know, I'm still a young man. I don't need assistance going to the bathroom or anything like that. But like, I also like, it's cool, dude. Like I can soap my hands up. I can wash my hands, but like, no, they don't wash hands, but like I can also grab my own towel. Like, here you go, sir. Here you go, sir. And they're really polite. They're always nice. They're trying to be friendly. It's just like, it's unnecessary. And like, I always like, just don't touch my dick. you just whip it out and just like, you know, you do the whole flop thing where like I didn't touch my hand, like my hands didn't touch my dick, I don't have to wash them. Like I think like that I would say about 70% of people when there's a bathroom attendant, at least like men's rooms, just are like, well, I'm not washing my hands. Would you agree?
I don't know. I mean, I would still go. I'm not going to tip them every time, but if I got a buck, yeah, I'll give you a buck. But like,
Yeah. When you don't have a buck, then you're like, thanks. You already did the thing. It's like,
like
the guy,
also, but
like,
also,
it's
like you
not
can't
the
get mad at
homeless
me for
guy.
not tipping you. You can't get mad at me for not tipping you.
Right.
I literally do all this without you every single time. You're just standing here and giving me a starburst, which is cool. I'll take a starburst, but like,
But I'm not even worried about not tipping him. I'm worried about like just like I feel awkward in the whole bathroom. It's like I can, hey man, I got this, and you can't be like, don't. Like when those guys, like it's not the same thing, but it reminds me of like when like the guy standing with the stolen squeegee from the gas station is on like the corner, and it's like, huh? And you're like, no, I don't want my windshield washed. I do not want, and he like doesn't listen at all, and he goes immediately starts scrubbing your windshield, and you're just like, what the fuck, man? I'm not tipping you because I didn't want this, and you did a shitty job, and now the light's green, and I'm holding people up. Like, it's just like I feel like we should be self-sufficient enough to be like we don't need a guy in like. Does anybody ever go in there? I guess I'm just ranting about it because like again that guy's just working, but like, is anybody ever like, fuck, dude, these bathrooms got attendants in them? This is fucking nice.
yeah, you know who does that? People from fucking New Jersey who can't even pump their own gas. Was it like New Jersey and Oregon? It's illegal to pump your own gas. The attendant has to do it for you. I'm like, this is the most inefficient fucking system I've ever heard of in my entire life. Those are the people that are like, dude, yeah, bathroom attendants, that's a good thing. No, you're just like, that's every so often you come across somebody who's like, yeah, dude, I didn't know how to pump my gas. And you're like, what? And they're like, dude, I grew up in Oregon. I literally wasn't allowed. Like, well, your entire state is now invalid because that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
But like,
those are the people that like bathroom attendants. Everyone else in the world were like, this is fucking weird. I just dropped a hot shit, and now you're handing me towels to wash my hands. I know how to do this.
oh, it's weird though. Like the business owners or like whoever's in charge has to like we got an event. Hey, there's a big game on that people are to come to watch. We need to hire some bathroom attendants. Like people aren't gonna be able to piss. You know, they're not gonna know how to piss. They're not gonna know like. Why is that like for events? Because they don't always have them. A lot of times it's just regular bathroom, but it's like for events and stuff. Like, let's bring in the bathroom attendants.
I assume it's normally like the bathroom attendant goes to the owner like, hey, can I set up in your bathroom? You'll get X amount, and they're like, fucking whatever.
Oh, you think the attendant pays like the restaurant or the bar?
I can't imagine a scenario where the bar is paying the bathroom attendant.
I don't think they're paying the attendant, but like, do you think like they're just like, hey man, like. I'm trying to run like a bathroom attendant thing. Like, is it cool if I set up in here? And like, it's just like a volunteer, like I just make what I make. I'm not asking you to give me anything.
I would not accept that unless as the owner, I was getting money back. Cause one, I wouldn't want an attendant in my bathroom harassing my guests. Cause you do.
They're not really ever harassed. They don't, but they're not. But they're like,
they don't harass you, but you feel harassed.
And like the one that we
like, if I go in somewhere, would you rather go in somewhere where they have a bathroom attendant or don't have one?
Don't have 100%.
Then that's your answer 100% of the time as a business owner. Unless we're like super, super, super high class where all the play like dinner's going to cost you $4,000 fucking dollars and it's all these fancy people and but maybe those people do. I don't know. I'm not part of that shit. But like otherwise, if somebody came up to me and was like, hey, can I be an attendant in your bathroom, this weekend? I'd be like, no, I don't want you bothering. Harassing maybe wasn't the word. Bothering guests.
It just creates awkward transactions and awkward interactions that like.
But unless they were like
avoided,
I'll make $800 this night. That's usually what I make in a place like this, and you'll get half. I'd be like, okay, yeah. If you're gonna give me $400, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what you pull in. I guess it depends on where you are, but like, there's also like sometimes
actually,
like,
I probably still.
If I was
the owner, I still would not want to do it.
Sometimes I have, like,
see, that's like a club thing.
And I'm like, I'm good. I don't ever need like a spritzer, right, or a mouthwash. Like I'm good, dog.
I don't know that cologne. It could smell like ass. I don't want you spraying me with it.
I was at a strip club that had a bathroom attendant one time in New Orleans, and they also sold condoms. Like he'd give you a condom, but then I'm pretty sure you had to like tip. I didn't get one, but like,
yeah, those condoms probably had holes poked in them.
good. I didn't think about that, but I was like, that's actually like a good idea. Like, you're like, bro, gotta get it in at the strip club, bro. Thank God this guy's got condoms.
See, I've never understood that. Like guys that try and bang strippers. If there's anybody I don't want to bang, it's somebody that I think has sex for money.
No, but you're wearing condoms, so it's fine.
That's not how that works.
No, it's fine. You're wearing a condom. But yeah, I don't know. Bathroom attendants, it was just kind of weird because like sometimes they turn the sink on for you, but this is one of those where it's like the auto sink, like the motion one where it's like, I don't need you to put your hand under the faucet, man. I got hands. The guy could
And
really
guess
just
what?
get us. He really was able to just get you with the towel, and it's like I not knocking the hustle. It's just like I am uncomfortable having to interact with somebody that keeps trying to hand me a towel.
Yeah, if I didn't have hands, guess what?
Thanks, man.
I wouldn't need
appreciate
to
it.
be washing my hands and you'd be redundant.
It was just a lot. It was a lot.
It is. Every guy knows. Wait, do women have bathroom attendants?
They do. I had to
What?
Emma, and she was like, "Yeah, we do." I bet sometimes they have like feminine products too. Probably.
I'm sure they do.
You want a tamp? We got you. Dental dams, here you go.
You need pads with wings? Got you.
You sport mode? Don't know what that means, but here you go.
Yeah, it's nobody enjoys a bathroom attendant.
Not
Maybe-
knocking people trying to work.
Maybe in gay,
I feel uncomfortable when they're in there.
maybe in the gay bar. I don't know.
where you're going with that, but I don't want you to keep going anywhere with it.
I don't know. Maybe it's somebody that just I hear that in gay bars, guys like to go have sex in there. And if there's a bathroom attendant in there, maybe he wants to join in. It's more fun
Classy.
for everybody. No. I'm not saying that stop them from the sex. I'm saying maybe they join in the sex. People helping people.
I guess.
Maybe they
What
wipe
do you
up
guys-
the cum.
What do you got for or not cool, Pat?
I split my lip last week. I think it was actually
the
Friday
middle?
driving. No, right here on the side, like on my left side, about halfway from the corner to the middle. I was
What'd you
driving
do?
up to Frederick. I yawned.
Oh,
I drink a decent amount of water too. I haven't split my lip in months.
yeah, chapstick it, bro.
I've never needed it really.
You always gotta have some chapstick on you. I got that motherfucking thing on me, dog.
But yeah,
On me.
that happened. That sucked.
Apply now.
Also, fuck the Buccaneers and David Njoku. Some bullshit happened at the end of the Bucks-Browns game. Browns end up winning. Cost me from going 3-0 for the third consecutive week. Gravy gambles. So
Gravy gambles.
wasn't very happy about that. And then today I was running around doing some errands. You know what sucks? Or you know who suck at driving? People that are driving just in like the middle of the day. A lot of that is old people. But
Daytime drivers.
I do like if you're driving around at 11:15 or like 11:15, 12:15 on a Wednesday, I don't know what your job is, but I hope you're better at that than driving because holy fucking shit. I'm just stuck behind people. I'm going down fucking Mason, and it's either the person in the left-hand lane isn't going fast. It's only 2 lanes, or like the person in the right lane will start to be going faster than them. So I switch lanes to get behind them to pass the guy in the left. But guess what? Guy in the right-hand lane is now turning into a parking lot. So I got to get back over. And then the person in front of them is going slow. Everyone's going 5 miles an hour under the speed limit. I just want to kill everybody on the road today. Multiple. The first thing I do, I also not cool. I left my laptop charger at work last night, so I had to go get it this morning. On the way there, I'm in the HOV lane, and this cop pulls out to just light up the person like 2 cars in front of me. And the cop gets behind him. Lights are going, and lights are going, and lights are going, and lights are going. And this person is just, and I could tell they did something a minute or 2 before the cop even pulled out to get after it, like before we reached the cop. They weren't really paying attention to the road. The cop was following this person for a good minute. And I'm not joking, like it was legitimate 60 seconds of just right behind them, lighting them up. And this person just not moving, staying in the left-hand lane in the HOV. So finally the cop starts to do the thing where like he moves his car into the lane next to it. Like, hey, you need to get over. You need to get over. and the car just still sits there. And the cops, so then they move into the right-hand lane. The cop gets behind them. And then they move back into the left-hand lane, thinking that like the cop wanted them to get out of the way, I guess. So the cop swerves back behind him and it's like, and then right then they get over and this is where they start to exit onto I-10. And there's a decent amount of traffic right there. And this cop is just having
they're getting on the freeway?
Onto the freeway to pull over to get off. So to get, instead of just pulling on the side of the HOV. I know this is where it starts to get really ridiculous. So you could tell this car at this moment was trying to lose the cop merging into traffic. Like hoping that like, oh, all of a sudden traffic will be going, and I can get over real quick. And then the cop will get stuck and I could just like slow down. But like the cop is literally just like then nosing other cars like out of the fight. Like I'm going to write as many tickets as I can to this person. Right. It was the most mind-boggling thing I've ever seen of somebody being pulled over, of just like trying to be like, you know, if I ignore this, the cop will just ignore me and just go back about his day.
I have always wondered, like, how far do you have to not like keep driving and not pull over before it's considered a police chase?
Put on your flashers. As long as you put on your flashers.
Did that
like
person have flashers on?
Like, no, they did not.
See?
They were just driving like a fucking
But
ticket.
Like, what if they had
I've
just kept
pulled
going?
over.
Like at a certain point, like that's a police chase, isn't it?
I've been pulled over on I-10 before where like, it was probably, I threw on my flashers because I was like, well, I don't want to pull over on the side of I-10. There's an exit coming up in like half a mile. But like you put on the flashers, the cop knows, you're like, okay. And like it said, there's a sign that said exit half a mile. So like he fucking knew what I was doing. But I wanted to follow this cop all the way to pulling over this lady just to watch the cop get out of the car and be like, what the fuck were you doing? Are you like,
no,
that had to be the most frustrating thing ever for that police officer. Like, they're not speeding up. They're not trying to run. They're just not like, pulling over.
Fuck, man. What the fuck? And now you're trying to do this fucking lose me shit. Get the fuck out of here. But like for real though, like how, like you said, like the hazard, like at what point does, like how, like can you go 3 miles and it still not be considered a police chase?
No, that's too far because here's the thing. If you're on, like I said, like I-10, most places I-10, you're going to find a place to either pull off to the side of the road or there's going to be an exit within 3 miles. If you're in a place where there's not an exit for 3 miles, there's plenty of room on the side of the road for you to fucking pull over. If you just keep going for 3 miles, eventually there's going to be 2 cop cars behind you and then 3. And then there's going to be strips that blow out the tires on your car.
So then like, would you say like 1 mile then?
Well, I'd say a mile tops.
So after a mile, it's officially a police chase, technically.
Like if you make it clear, you're like, the cop gets behind you, you don't want to pull over on the side of the way, you throw on your blinker to let them know, like, okay, I intend to get off, and then throw on your flashers just to be like, you know, this is what I'm doing.
Hazards on, I guess. If you don't have the hazards on though, then it is like up after a mile, that's fucking cop chase is on.
Yeah, and like even a mile, that's a ways, especially depending on the speed you're going.
Okay, I agree with that. I do follow a Twitter account that's just police chases, and it's absolutely electric when it's just like, hey, there's one going on. This is in Oregon. I'm like, I'm in. Let's watch, and they just link it up to like whatever the local station is there.
I'm gonna need you to send me the link for that.
Yeah, I think it's like best police chases or whatever. It's something just type in police chases, and I followed like a bunch of them. TikTok also has a ton too, so that's a lot of fun. Just like I could watch it a police chase all day.
They're electric.
Like, oh no, he's U-turning. Oh, okay, they got a tire. One of the tire. Oh, he's on the fucking curb. He just hit the fucking curb. Oh, he's going the wrong way. He's going the wrong way. Oh no, now he's cutting through the feeder. What's going on? He's on the grass. He's out of the car. He's running. They got the dog on him. Like it's 100%.
Oh, once the dogs come out, you ain't getting
electricity. Oh, you're not getting away anyways. Like they have fucking, like I always wonder, like when do you what is the end game? You're not gonna ever get away. Now
you might.
When they have the helicopter on you.
And you pull into a neighborhood. Jump out.
That fucking helicopter can see. Yeah, I guess, but like there's no end game really. It's just like I'm gonna just delay getting arrested and add some more charges.
Yeah. But I was worried about getting pulled over for this 0.5 gram of weed. So now let me add evading arrest.
Yeah. And then like whatever damage you do, during.
Yeah, not only the property, but to your own car. Your own car is
Yeah.
definitely going to get damaged.
I-
Fucking idiots.
I did watch one where this guy, it was in Georgia, and this guy like got out of the car and was running past all these bars, and some dude just ran out of the bar and tackled the fuck out of him. And I was like, that had to be awesome. Like they were probably watching the chase, like, oh shit, that's like right here. Dude, that's right. That's us on TV. Like, that's the fucking bar we're at. And the guy was like, I'm fucking taking him out. Just ran out of the door and tackled the shit out of the guy. And I was like, that's gotta be awesome. Cause it's like what Josh did, where he like held the guy until the cops got there. Like, just quick justice, and I'm allowed to do this.
People helping people, man.
Robert,
amazing
what do you
thing.
have for not cool? Sorry, that went forever.
On Thursday for Thanksgiving, went to go visit my brother in San Marcos because he worked that day and the day after. And I slept over at his place, and I woke up in the morning with like bad neck pain that has continued to pretty much today. It's much better today, but it still hurt. I couldn't like fully turn to the right or lay down properly.
That does suck.
Did you try putting it in rice?
I did. I had rice, but I was supposed to put it in rice. I thought you were supposed to.
Yeah, put your
I
neck
thought that-
in the rice, and then like just drown your neck in rice, and like just
Oh.
it kind of soaks out all of the bad stuff.
I thought you would
Here's
put the rice in you.
Well,
Try
you can do
both.
that too.
Try
Eating
both.
rice always good.
I did
but
that one.
You can do. I remember
Try the
making
other
this in elementary school, or maybe it was junior high because I think we were
Junior high, you talk
sewing.
about the heat pad thing?
Yeah, so
home
you just
ec?
like you take some fabric, you fill it up with rice, you sew up the fabric, you throw it in the microwave to heat it up,
Sew
and then
some
you put it on
handles,
your
sew
neck.
Some handles on
Yeah,
the
you
end.
got to sew the handles,
Yeah.
of course,
Throw it
too.
in the microwave for
then-
like 10 seconds.
And it heats up the rice, and then you put it on your neck, and it's like a heating pad.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Never
sick.
done that before.
It's just it's something.
Something
So
to think about.
when we say put it in rice for your neck, we mean put the
Yeah,
rice
I'll-
on your neck.
I'll try and see if I can look up my junior high home ec teacher and like, you go teach. Still got the blueprints for that thing. That does suck though. That's a good, not cool. It's good, not cool.
Yeah, it's been uncomfortable the past few days.
Yeah. And then just when you're driving and you have to like look and you're out
Mhm.
like that, it's just it inconveniences you in so many ways. You always forget about it, and then oh no, this is awful. This is the worst. T's and P's, dude. T's and P's.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, because it says the rice delivers moist heat.
Moist meat. That's really what it should be called.
Ooh, moist heat. That'd be a great band name.
Moist heat. Yeah, I like that a lot.
I like it. Goddamn right, I like it a lot.
Wow. Well,
Moist and hot.
All right, let's move on to our final segment of the week, the answers segment, where we always say there's no such thing as stupid questions, no
Stupid people.
ideas. Just you throw the ideas our way, we will answer them. You want relationship advice? We got you. You want to know what to do with like your family issues? Maybe like not get too deep into it, but like you want whatever, dude. Ask us whatever you want, and we will answer your questions. At Passive Grade Pods, where you reach us, use the hashtag PTG Answers. You can also email them to us, answers@passagradepod.com. But like we have one answers question that we got from an email this week. Usually we just go on Twitter. Twitter is the easiest one to do. And I do appreciate, I'm seeing some Christmas themed ones. I'm going to try and make sure we got some good Christmas ones for the Spooktacular. So if I don't get to your Christmas, your Christmas answers question, not because I'm saying fuck you, it's like I'm probably going to use that December 17th. So, I like to be festive for that one. It's a festive one. But yeah, hashtag PTG Answers to @PassGradePod. And that is how we find most of them. Answers@PassGradePod.com as well, if you want to email them. And then you can go to our website, PassGradePod.com, and just hit contact us. And that's another way to submit your question. But do it on Twitter, @PassGradePod, hashtag PTG Answers. This is the Answers segment brought to you by the Gravy Gambles Show. Pat and I do that every single week. It used to be PTG Picks, and every Friday we're going to put it out at 1:30 p.m. Central Time on our YouTube channel. Just search Passive Grade Podcast on YouTube. Go to our channel. You'll see that it's basically like, oh, the new episode from that week, and then the Gravy Gambles Show. Just you can watch them both. Watch them both. You want to wet the beak? You want to throw a little money down on the NFL games each weekend? We're gonna tell you who we're betting on. You want to tail us? That's cool. You don't want to do that? Fuck you. But like, still watch it. It's cool. We get to bust each other's balls. Pat's been really good lately. I sucked last week. But yeah, it's the Gravy Gambles show. Every Friday afternoon at 1:30 p.m. Central Time, and then Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Central Time on our YouTube channel. We'll also post it usually to Instagram and Facebook, but check it out on our YouTube channel. Pat's a Great Podcast on YouTube, The Gravy Gamble Show. 1:30 p.m. Central Time on Friday and 10 a.m. Central Time on Sunday mornings before the games. Gravy Gamble Show. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. This is the answer segment.
Well, if you just answer the question. Why just answer the question? Be honest. No big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
Our first question this week comes from the reigning two-time Gravy Gangster at the Gravies Awards, Todd Voss at as_scene_by_TV on Twitter. And Todd says, when the robots eventually take over, would you rather be a pet, a slave, a resistance, or simply regarded as inferior and ignored?
Ignored.
We always talk about how the robots are absolutely going to take over one day. I don't feel like there's going to be just a completely ignored. Like, I don't think, like, I'm respecting the exercise, but I don't feel like that's going to be a category.
I don't either, but I'm respecting the exercise. Ignore me.
If you're inferior,
I
that's
want
gonna kill
people
you.
to ignore me.
I want to be
Like,
a fucking hero, dude.
okay, I was
wanna be
gonna
a
say
resistance. Viva la resistance.
before you said ignored, pet is the answer. Because like, oh, they're not gonna kill me, but they're gonna treat me good and give me treats, and I just gonna have to like do a trick when they ask me to. Yeah, dope. Slave obviously sucks. Resistance would also be cool too, but like, let's be honest, if the robots get to this level of sentience and they want to wipe us out, we're wiped out. We're fucked.
I want to be a Che Guevara.
But yeah, dude, just ignore me.
Or like the robot resistance, but like not.
You
a
want to be
shitty
Che
guy.
Guevara.
Not like the bad stuff, just like the cool shit. Not the bad stuff. Like just lead resistance, really, is what I meant. And
Yeah, I mean, I want to be Adolf Hitler. Not all the bad things he did, but like the technological advancements and the leadership part. That
I'm
was
saying
pretty
I
chill.
want to be looked at as like, a symbol to people. I want shirts to be made that fucking kids wear ironically one day. And that'd be sick. Put my face on a shirt with that beret. That'd be sick. One of our best sellers at Clear Big Blue podcast. We have Daniel Jones on, like, with the beret.
I mean, you want to be a resistance leader? You could have went with, I don't know, George Washington, Davy
No, but,
Crockett.
like, I want to be like Gorilla, bro. Like Gorilla.
Davy Crockett. There you go. You think you
Viva
could have said
la
Mel.
resistance.
I mean, somehow it would have been less problematic if you said Mel Gibson,
I
but
was
from the
thinking
Patriot.
berets. I was thinking berets.
You want to be a Green Beret? Well, Chuck Norris was a Green Beret in a movie.
Okay, I'll be Chuck Norris then, dude. Chill out.
There you go.
right?
Rambo.
But I want to be like, oh, that Alex Middleton guy. Yeah, he died immediately. But like that guy is part of the resistance.
If you die immediately, your name will not be remembered as part of the resistance.
No, but
You're
like I
just
would
the
leave
guy that died
when they get me finally. But like I'll evade them for so long because I'm trying to save other humans. Big human.
I don't like the way you say humans. It makes me think that you are a robot already.
Human. I don't say human.
Yeah, you know, like the rest of us humans. You got a little Donald Trump in you, where every once in a while you just drop. I'm the strongest human.
Human.
I'm the best. I am the best to lead the humans. Look at that guy. He's a disgusting fucking pig. You don't want him leading the humans. I'll lead the humans.
On the morning show, I always got shit when we had highly suspects. Hello, my name is Human, and I'd be like, "It's my name is Human." Like human, I said it the same way.
It's like
I don't know. I
a
don't
weird
feel like
part
I'm
of
human.
accent that you've brought with you to Texas
Houston.
and never dropped.
Human. Human.
So instead of H-Town, would you just call it like U-Town?
It's H-Town. I say H-Town. But I also
But you
say
don't-
I'm from.
But you also
Houston,
say
Texas.
Houston.
How do you say it?
Houston.
Houston.
Yeah, you know, I pronounce the letters that are in it.
Houston. It's the same thing to me. It doesn't matter. But I would be a resistance. I'd be a member of the resistance. Robert, what would you be? if the
I would-
robots took over.
That would just be ignored.
Yeah, dude, ignored is the obvious answer. Dude, you just keep living your fucking life and they don't kill you. Like, yeah, you gotta work around the dead bodies and shit, but like, you're cool.
Dude, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Okay, let me fall.
Well,
Let me fall for. Actually,
Consider
that would
yourself
require me
fallen.
still being alive.
that's what I'm saying. Go out in a blaze of glory as a member of the resistance, dude.
I ignore me for a while,
For
and
the
then I'll surprise
cause.
attack as a resistance when I'm done with
Gorilla,
living.
bro. Gorilla
The
style.
se-
You never see us
the-
coming.
The second I can't find any booze, it's resistance time. But until that booze runs out, just ignore me.
I'll be a member of the resistance, fellas. That's a good question, Todd.
Great question.
Moving on, we got Alex O at Alex McThunder 1 on Twitter. He says, power rank these fries. We love our power rankings, guys. He gives us the option of waffle fries, curly fries, crinkle cut fries, steak fries, and tater tots. I have to go curly first. I gotta go curly, and
Yes.
then I gotta go probably waffle, then steak, crinkle, and I'm putting tater tots at 5 because tater tots are not fries.
It was included in the
list.
list.
Right, but on a power ranking of fries, they ask you, do you want fries or tots? Tots are not fries. Fries are not tots because you get in this or that option. I put tots at 5 because they're the worst of the French fries. I think tots are better than crinkle cut fries probably, but not in a fry category.
Tots are just chode fries.
No, they're tater tots. That's why they say, do you want fries or tots?
I mean, it's fried potato.
I don't think there's any
Short.
arguing. Is there that curly fry is number 1? Like curly fry is the GOAT.
No argument for me. Okay, I was worried Robert was going to argue with this, but yes, curly fries is the goat there.
Like, do you ever get like you go to a restaurant you haven't been at before and like the fries come out and they are curly fries? You're like, fuck yes. You always
No, but
just kinda, like, it's like an excitement you get for a second. You're like,
I'm going to my buddies in a little bit, and I have to drive right past a Jack in the Box. So you can bet your boys
curly fries. Best
they're the
fast food
goat.
fries
They're the
ever.
goat fries there is. Yeah. So curly fries 1. I'm gonna go steak 2.
I still
like
eat
a
them
good
enough,
steak
I don't
fry.
think.
I don't either, but I like a good steak fry. I'll go waffle 3, tot 4, crinkle 5.
Crinkle sucks
They don't suck, but it's just like
compared to the rest of them.
It's just like crinkle cut fries are when you have in the fridge when there's a child in the house.
It's a
like,
frozen-
I want
yeah.
fries. And you're like,
That's absolutely what it is. And it's like, I love Raising Cane's, but like, if there's one thing, like, I don't hate their fries, but it's just like, they could up the fry game a little bit if they wanted to go crazy.
I think
You're
the
like, you're-
best,
you're
the
a
best,
huge chain. You should do better than crinkle cut fries.
the best crinkle cut fries are from Shake Shack.
Shake Shack does have decent crinkle cut fries. And I don't think the Cane's like crinkle cut fries are bad, but like, they're just nothing to write home about. Like, I'm never like, man, those were really good fries.
Like,
You
oh
can
yeah,
Shake Shack,
those
you
were
can get the-
fries.
You can get the bacon and cheese on top of them too. So like, you make them exciting.
I
You go.
I'm going with obviously curly fries number 1. Then I'm going waffle, tater tots, crinkle, and steak fries last.
gotta hate on the steak fry.
I can get it because steak fry is a lot. And like, if you're not a huge potato guy, like that's a lot sometimes. Like, is it Red
I
Robin
love
that has
potatoes,
the
though.
steak fries? I do too, but like Red Robin has those big ones, and sometimes it's just like that was just all.
It's
mush.
my Irish heritage.
Like, I like crispy fries, and like when you get curly fries, you can get the really like thin ones, and that's what makes them so good. And
Oh,
then, like crinkle
fuck
cut.
thin fries.
Crinkle cut.
Can we
is just,
all
like,
agree?
this-
If we
it's
added
add
Five Guys
thin-
fries into this list, they'd be 5 for all of us, right?
I can't remember.
Five
last time
Guys-
over crinkle. I put
Five
over
Guys
crinkle.
takes the shavings of the outside of a potato, fries them. It's like, here, but we're giving you so much of them. Like, you're giving me a lot of shitty fries. That's not a good fry.
But
I want more of them
like-
if they're shitty.
I like putting vinegar on fries sometimes, and they always have the vinegar there, and it's like cool to just go douse that bag in vinegar and be like, cool, I'm gonna do that. In Ocean City, Maryland, they have a place called Thrasher's French Fries, and like all they make is French fries. They don't make anything else. You just go get a bucket of French fries or just a little box of French fries, and those are some of the best French fries,
sounds
probably
awesome.
the best French fries ever. And they're just like the regular fucking like what are like McDonald's French fries? Like that's not an option. But like, what kind of French fry is that? Just regular ass French fries?
Yeah, they're regular, but they know exactly how much salt to put on it.
Like those, I would take over crinkle cut. Obviously, I'm respecting the exercise, but like shoestring fries could have been an option here. I'd probably still put it ahead of
No.
crinkle. I would have put. I'd
Shoestring
probably put
fries are bullshit.
No, because I like it because sometimes they're really long and you can bend them and then just dip them in the ketchup like that. Like I enjoy that. But yeah, you said steak fries last, and then where were tots, Robert?
They were third.
Okay. I don't hate where y'all are putting tots. It's like, to me, it's like you get asked fries or tots. And so in a power ranking, those are not fries to me.
Yeah, but that being said, when you go to Sonic and they ask fries or tots, what do you get?
Usually fries.
I get the tots because everywhere else I'm going to get fries. If you ask me fries or tots, I'll be like, you got tots? Give me them tots, dude. Because I also love
Gotta be
hash
in the
browns.
mood.
And a tot is basically a
Yeah.
hash brown.
Oh, there's many hash browns. No, I don't hate tots. I just
Love
usually
tots.
go with fries. I'm a basic bitch, dude. I like that. Send us some more power rankings. Give us 5 options, and that's how we'll power rank. All right. Our next one is from Brandon Davis, aka Texas Cat Daddy. He's at a stream of cream on Twitter, and he says, "Who would win in a fight between Mario and Luigi?"
It's Mario.
Is it Mario?
I like Luigi more because I like
Are we
green.
talking just fist fight?
I mean, it's Mario.
Or like
He's
they get the
smaller,
fireballs?
but like he's got that fucking,
What's
he's
it
got
him?
power. Nobody
Small and
plays
stout.
Luigi Brothers, okay? Mario's the GOAT.
But like I think Luigi's got the reach on him. But you're right, dude. Low man wins.
Low man wins.
Low man wins. So the smaller guy would win. Robert, do you agree?
Yeah, Mario.
Yeah, I can see how.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would be a pretty crazy fight. I'd watch it. They do like Batman versus Superman. Why don't they do fucking Mario versus Luigi? I'd watch that movie.
Have you guys seen
Oh.
the trailers for the Mario movie?
It's got like Charlie Day in it. Like it's like I'm gonna watch that when it comes to video. I can watch it on demand so fast.
I stopped now. I was about to watch one this morning, but I've gotten to the point where every other trailer I've ever watched for it, it gets to the point where Mario's going to speak, and instead of going, "Oh no, they stole the princess," you just hear Chris Pratt going like, "Dude, they stole the princess from," and no, that's not what Mario. And I stop every time right there. That's
Does
not
Luigi
what Mario
have a
sounds
thing?
like. I've never gotten to Luigi talking because every time I hear Mario talk, I shut it off. Like Chris Pratt, come on, do a fucking accent. Nobody's gonna
I think it
cancel you
was
for
the-
Mario.
The company was like, "We're not doing that."
Nobody's gonna cancel you for doing Mario accent
Just
because you're not
forget
appropriate.
about it.
Like you're not doing an Italian accent when you do Mario. You're doing Mario.
Right.
Like,
Jimmy.
oh
we go.
no, here we go. Like,
An hour and a
that's-
half of that would not be good though.
Yeah, it'd probably
Well,
go
then-
fast.
Well, I there is one exception. The Super Mario Brothers movie. It was so bad, it's fucking good. I love that movie. I haven't watched it since I was a kid.
Right. I kind of want to see. We should rewatch it as
Like,
a family. And
I
just,
love-
be like, remember this part? That'd be like
I
our book
love
club.
John Leguizamo so much, and you cast him as Luigi, who was my favorite between the. Dennis fucking Hopper. How they get
Yeah.
Dennis Hopper for that movie, man?
Okay, I'm gonna watch it this weekend.
I'm gonna look at where it's streaming right now.
I'm gonna watch it this weekend. That's a good question. But I think we're gonna go unanimously. We're gonna go Mario.
Yeah.
A couple more questions. Thomas Booth emailed in and said, "Is it a good or a bad thing if a girl has the same shoes as you?"
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about shoes. And actually, I'll say good thing, because if we somehow have the same shoes,
You vibe.
that means
like,
she
she's got a
also
sick pair of J's. She got a
she
sick pair of
also
J's,
just
maybe.
doesn't give a fuck about shoes. So that means we're at least compatible on that level. We're not spending
Or-
money on that shit.
What if she's like a sneakerhead and she's like, "Yo, I got these J's. I got these. What if they're Crocs and we both have Crocs? That'd be cool."
Yeah, however, but I'm just saying. I love the site I was looking up to where Mario Brothers movie is streaming. It's rated a 4 out of 100. It's such
Makes
a
me want to
bad,
watch it more.
it's such a bad movie, and I don't care. I love it so much. But I would say it's a good thing.
I think it is a good thing. Like you share, like if you like shoes, that's like Emma wears moccasins. I like moccasins.
Yeah.
What does it say? Get some
Like if you
moccasins.
care
We
about
both got
shoes,
Crocs.
like if you're a sneakerhead and she's got the same J's as you, that's pretty fucking cool. If you're like me, you don't give a shit about shoes, and you see she's got the same ones, you're like, dude, you also don't care about spending money on fashion. That's awesome. If you're just somewhere in between, I don't know, maybe she's wearing like your exact shoes and has the same size feet as you and they're in men's. That might be a little weird, but like
the same kind of I don't I'm
Whatever.
not like crazy about shoes, but like I am weird about shoes where it's like I want like they don't like I'm not like, dude, oh those are the Jordan 7s, like shit, dude. But like I'm like, these look tight. I want these. And like I want them to look cool. By my standards, which isn't anybody else's standard of cool, but like I showed you all the ones I was so upset that I spilled coffee on because they were white. Now they're just equally dirty because I've walked around in them a lot. So like it's fine. But like I'm not like, oh my shoes are fucked up forever now. Like I just was like, these shoes look sick. I want to get those.
the day before Thanksgiving, I spilled brine on one of my shoes. I haven't cleaned it, but it doesn't smell. So that's the level of caring about my shoes that I'm on.
Yeah. All right. Well, so I think it's a
I think it's a cool thing. Yeah, it's a good
thing if the girl you're like talking to has the same shoes as you. All right.
I love it.
Hey, Thomas, keep writing in, bud. Appreciate you. I don't know if you're new to the show or what, but I appreciate you interacting with us, man. Glamour Perry is at Glam4Life on Twitter. That's GLAM, the number 4LYFE. And Glamour says, does cilantro actually have a flavor other than soap? If so, describe what it tastes like. Does anyone even actually like cilantro?
So this just makes me sad because I know it's a legitimate thing. Some people have, I don't know if it's a gene or what, where when they eat cilantro, it literally tastes like soap to them. It's like 15% of the 20% of the population, something like that. They eat cilantro. It sucks. And I feel bad for them because that means they can't eat cilantro on tacos, which is amazing.
Whenever Emma makes tacos for Taco Tuesday, she always says cilantro, and I always lather that shit up on them.
So I'm trying to think of how to describe the flavor of it. It's
you don't like cilantro, do you?
Yeah, I like it. I don't mind it. Like I
Okay.
never like asking for it.
You hate.
I can
But if
see
it's there,
the
you're
jump.
like, all right, I'm in.
Yeah.
I get the jump between what I taste and how it becomes the flavor of soap for them. It doesn't taste anything like soap. That like you get what I'm saying, right?
Spicy, minty.
Yeah, like see, that's the thing. Minty was the first thing that came to my head, but like minty,
Like
but not minty.
mint.
Like it doesn't taste like mint
Like
at
mint,
all.
mint lettuce.
But it's got that like bite of mint.
It's mint lettuce.
And I don't
Right?
know. It's
Sprinkle
it's
it on
fucking
like that?
good. It smells great. Oh, the
Does
smell
smell
of fresh chopped cilantro is one of the top smells.
It's a good smell. I get why. Yeah, because if you have a bunch of cilantro, I can understand why it tastes like soap. I do get that. I'm not repulsed by it. I definitely think people do like cilantro. And yeah, like it looks like, I think Melissa Hyde replied and said it's a genetic thing.
Yeah.
But I do think that like, I think it's dope. And if you had to explain and like describe what it tastes like, I would say like spicy, minty lettuce.
I mean, it's closer than I can come.
Minty lettuce. Lettuce with a hint of mint.
It's so good. I just feel bad for people that don't like it because it's so good.
More for us, I guess.
Like, can you imagine never having tacos with cilantro on it? Oh,
Dude, at Kobo's, when they fucking bring those burritos out, they got the fucking cilantro on it with the fucking lime and all the onion and everything on it. It's fucking, go back. Take me back.
fucking chef's kiss.
Do we do our 500th at Kobo's? I don't know. Are we inviting ourselves to Kobo's? I'm gonna hit up Kobo.
You don't have to fucking twist my arm for this.
Yeah. Do that. Let's try and do that, huh?
I don't even care. We can still do it on a fucking Wednesday. I don't give a shit. I just want an excuse to go to Kobo's.
I want to go to Kobo's so bad right now. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll do a live one for the 500. We gotta. It's a big one.
Yeah.
It's a big one. All right. That's all we got. At Past Great Pod, hashtag PTG answer if you want to get on the answer segment. I am at Alex J Middleton on Twitter. Pat is at not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. I have a podcast talking football and soccer. It's called the Claret Big Blue Podcast. You can listen to it wherever you get your podcast. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Just search Claret and Big Blue Podcast every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Central Time. And Robert also has a podcast called A Recent Study Suggests. New episodes every single Monday. Call him daddy. Don't call him daddy. Definitely don't call him daddy. But go
Call him
learn about why people
daddy
like and don't like being called names like that in the bedroom. Very interesting podcast this week. And then I heard half of one that he recorded that's going to come out in a little while. I'm very excited about that one, but I don't want to give away any spoilers. Very, very, very good podcast. Give us both 5-star reviews. All of us 5-star reviews on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you're listening to podcasts. As I'm getting out of here, I am remembering that one of my comeback kids that I forgot was Spotify year-end rap lists. And I love you guys that fucking like somebody spent like 13,000 something minutes. I think it was Alex. So I was like, I fucking love you, man. Like everybody that sends in any of it and we're anywhere, like if we're number one, y'all are fucking awesome. If we're in your top 5, I'm so fucking like, it's the coolest thing in the world to be like, somebody listen to the thing that we made for that many minutes, that many hours, all that shit. Like share it. If we're in your Spotify rap thing, share the fuck out of it. We'll retweet you. We'll give you shouts out. Like I love you guys. Brett Brandon, I know did it. I'm gonna I'll compile a list for next week so I can not miss anybody. But you guys are awesome. I know that Brandon Davis did too. But you guys are fucking the best because that's why we fucking do this. So people listen to it, and it's cool that people actually do. And then we're a top one for a lot of people. So
love you.
Keep it up. Love you guys. We love you guys. You are the best. 5-star views. Keep those going. Share us with a friend. That's the best way. Help spread the podcast. You guys are the best. We are weeks away from Saturday, December 17th. Make sure to mark your calendars for the Christmas spooktacular. And I think that's all we got. Let's go Team USA. Fuck the Netherlands. Let's also go Giants. Fuck the Commanders. And until we talk to you guys next week, pass the gravy. Yeah.